Oh boy. So, I'm back. Needed to make some extra adjustments. Did a little bit of research today. And got a new pair of glasses, which is nice. But I told the lady who was adjusting them to adjust it in a way that was not one of my better ideas. So, I've got one temple off so that everything is alright and comfortable and stuff. But oh boy. Boy, was it quite a day. So, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. It's time to go and look at the Discord server of Train of Thought, specifically the Cursed Trains channel. Because it's Tuesday, and I thought, why not make it Train Tuesday? They both start with a T, though they have different phonetic sounds because of the TR and the T. What was it? TA? I mean TUE. That's right. There's a reason there's a post-it note on my head. Anyway, so with that out of the way, let's just jump into it. Just gonna scoot on down over here. It should be... here it is. Just the tab I was looking for. So last time, we stopped off over here. And I don't think much has really changed. Though, for some reason, I feel like this needs to be scooted down a bit. Close enough. We're not here for perfection. We're just here for preoccupation. Just gonna scoot this up a little bit more. Okay. Okay. So, I'm hoping y'all had a good day so far. Last time we left off, we were at here, where a locomotive had been completely wrecked and altered, and now that I look at it a little bit closer, yeah, a 00 scale base, but it's got like it's got some sort of, it looks like the modified version of like one of the Brio trains slapped onto the back for some reason. I don't know. So yeah, over here, let's see, this one's a Twitter post. And we should be able... oh gosh, oh yeah, that's definitely cursed, but completely amazing at the same time. Let's whip this into full screen. Oh yeah, and they got the B Shorty trains from... I'm trying to remember which company it is. But it's completely bonkers. But it also looks so cool, like this is the perfect viral video. And everything's been properly arranged. You can see at the bottom how everything was kind of planned out at the start, because they drew it all down here and then they posted it back up again with all these like nice acrylic cylinders to hold all the track up. Now this is what I call next level. I call this Blurst. No, this is not my server. This is Train of Thought's server. Go check out his server, as I mentioned a moment ago, I think. Yeah, so this is Train of Thought's server. Check out his YouTube channel. Check out his Discord. There's going to be a Cursed Trains channel right there. And you'll be able to submit your own Cursed Train images there as well. And while you're supporting Train of Thought, you can also support me as well, Dr. Ducks, and everybody else who's watching. In all sorts of ways, obviously, by liking, sharing, subscribing, adding to a playlist, commenting. Hello, tiny US ball. And of course to you too, Dr. Ducks. Now where was I? Yeah, favorite, like, share, subscribe, membership, Patreon, etc., etc. Oh no! Oh, what are they? What is this? I gotta zoom back out on this. Oh wow! It just made my day just by streaming today. Yeah, it's 11 in your time zone. I am sorry. I was hoping I was going to be able to post a lot sooner, but I was out today in an unanticipated sort of way, and also in some more anticipated ways as well. Now, I feel like this one's a repost, but it's still kind of interesting nevertheless. And then there's this, oh no, what kind of paint scheme is this for? What kind of paint scheme is this for a shark nose set? They got the A unit, B units, and the rear A units. All sorts of wrong looking goofy stuff. We got a repost here. And I think this is also a repost, so nothing to write home about. Another repost. This one, though, yeah, that's also a repost. Boring. Come on, guys, I know you can do better. Oh, like this. Oh, no. Oh no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Like, oh, man. This is definitely blurst the N-scale chop shop absurdity. Ooh, and it's even more. This looks like the N-scale B Shorty series. And then there's this one. Oh man. Oh man. Thomas having an open head is cursed. Yes, having the smoke box open is kind of cursed, but we've seen this image before in previous streams. Yeah, they took the smell trains too far, but I can't help but appreciate the amounts of effort and time that went into these models. Super blurst. In my opinion, super blurst. Let's see. How to give Train Boy an aneurysm. Yep, that would definitely do it. And for some reason my eyes keep staying shut. Hold on a sec. Hopefully that fixes it. Okay. But yeah, this is all sorts of wrong. All sorts of wrong. Let's scoot on down. It's Peter Griffin again, and he's going to be really loud, so we're just going to skip that. But basically, he's like, "Hey, Lois!" Now, what's this one? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no. I feel like I've seen this one before, but it's all sorts of wrong anyway. Like, what am I supposed to do? Oh boy. They don't stop coming. It do be like that, according to Sally. Oh! Oh no. Life is Roblox. Life is definitely Roblox. I am not a country human, unfortunately, though there are a lot of country balls out there. I miss, let's see, Brain for Breakfast. He was one of those folks. I think he died. And we lost a decent part of the world when we lost him. Now I'm looking at this. This is just cursed, like, drawing. Like, anyone can write home about it. It's new. It's novel. It's our train, of course. Communism jokes aside. Somehow France did their own 212-2 locomotive, according to Steam Loco. Lieutenant Mountain 4A2. Actually, yeah, that does look kind of weird. Like, yeah. And there's this weird valve gear segment here. I'm not entirely sure why that's mounted the piston on the outside over here. And then the boiler's like this huge chunky hunk of metal, and it's got this weird funnel, which means that train of thought is gonna have to drink when he sees this. And it got some extra reservoirs up here for something. And some other weird technical stuff here that I'm not too familiar with, even though I probably should be. But yeah, this is weird. Vermont Railway, yeah, this is definitely cursed. It's another stupid Photoshop livery. In this case, it's an American livery on a European-style locomotive. Oh boy, what is this? What is this? It is such a tiny little boy. Such a tiny little thing. Smallest locomotive, it says. Somehow I doubt that, but I feel like it's definitely a good contender. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out where the cylinders are, because they don't look like they're under the boiler, or at least not conspicuously. I feel like the cab's even bigger than the boiler itself by volume. The giant smokestack, and then the lantern's just kind of stuck on like an afterthought. Like, what is this even? Is this real life or something? Pinch me, I must be dreaming. Let's see, Vermont's rail fan. Oh no! Oh, the Photoshop. Oh, the Photoshop's Frisco. You know we had to do it to him, but dang. Sheesh. All the way over here in the People's Republic of China, which is anything but a republic. And then, oh, now it's just drifting on, or banking on a turn over here. I feel like this is a better version of something that we've seen in the past, but it's definitely better resolution, and I do appreciate that. And over here in India, all the people sitting on the top of the rail cars. And yeah, that's going to be it for that. So I know you'll have a Q&A video someday, but do you mind if I ask a few questions here? Yeah, ask away. I know it's going to take me a while before I can edit it and compile it and actually, like, publish it. Now, this is like a super small, super deep fried, I'm assuming, diagram of telescoping rail cars. Because, like, the locomotive is smashing through the wood carriages, which often proved fatal for anybody who'd be in the area of effect, which is why they moved to steel cars instead of wooden passenger cars. Let's see. Accident in Sonneberg, Norway, 1905. Oh, Dinny B at it again. Oh, and this one's colorized, too. I am unfortunately not a train operator. I am neither employed, educated, or trained. I mean, in teaching. Well, actually, not in education is what I meant to say. I have a bachelor's actually, so. But yeah, this is just huge disaster. It really begs the question of how this happened. Like, did it just go up on a slope and just go past some sort of a bumper? Oh, there's some extra signatures here. Is that Charles Lindbergh? I don't know whose that signature is. And here it is, higher resolution, full achromatic. Toxic Gossip Train, the worst song ever, except now it's on a train. Oh boy. That's what's-her-face from, what was it, Nickelodeon or whatever. She had that scandal, and then she tried to sing an apology song. Oh, yeah, take your time. I'll still be here. But yeah, she had that weird drama thing or whatever, and she decided, I'm just gonna make an apology video where I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, but I'm not sorry for what I did. And I'm also gonna do it with a song. Which obviously didn't end very well. Oh no. I was not secretly a train operator either. I did volunteer for the Niles Canyon Railway at one point back in the summer of 2018 and in the summer of 2011. Let's see. Now this is all sorts of wrong. It's like they photoshopped some sort of electric locomotives or diesel electric locomotives base onto a steamer, which is, I don't know, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. The Chesapeake and Ohio M1. Yes, this is an absolute unit. Definitely cursed. This is a dude for scale. Right over there, like, oh boy. Now, this monstrosity is supposed to be a steam turbine locomotive. And, oh, hello, Ramon. Welcome back. Just looking at cursed trains again. Because it's Tuesday, and I thought, why not make Tuesdays Train Tuesdays? Oh, you're welcome, Dr. Ducks. So yeah, last I checked, the steam turbine locomotives didn't do so well. They didn't sell many of them, and I think they were all scrapped, as far as I know. If there was one in preservation, boy howdy would that be a show of force. Double boiler for double the pleasure. Classic repost. I think this is French, because I don't know what it is about Europe, but they have some of the goofiest trains sometimes. And this one's by that one Luigi artist with the cambered drive wheels for some reason. Malaysian diesel shunter. Oh yeah, that is an absolute unit of a diesel shunter. It just looks kind of cute, but it also looks kind of funny with the front radiator over here, because it's so nice and smooth, like an unnecessary additional Art Deco kind of style in terms of its design. And then there's this Metro Express. This one's basically just a Soviet big boy. I can't knock people for just making art. What I think makes this curse, though, aside from the lack of an extra axle for the pilot wheels over here, is probably the fact that there's no tender. What's fueling this thing? And it looks like the smoke is not there, like it was just photoshopped after, instead of actually rendered in the computer engine that it was based in. How to do public railway publicity films in Australia. Oh yeah, that... An OSHA manual burst into flames somewhere. Like, holy. But it's certainly better than whatever they did to the diesel hydraulic locomotives from the Southern Pacific. Like, one of them is over at the Niles Canyon Railway Museum. It's like one of the last ones. They weren't very useful or strong or powerful or do as much work as their competition in the form of other, like, diesel electric locomotives, for example. So they were basically just decommissioned. Oh, curious. That's good to know. I am able to see it from here because I'm like in 1080p. If you full screen it, it might look a little bit more obvious. Assuming you're on a big screen. Like, if you're on a phone, it might be a bit more difficult. But I feel like that's going to be just the way it is. But yeah, where was I? So, Yeah, laptop, I totally understand. If it's like a 10-inch or like a 5-inch laptop, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But yeah, they took one of the diesel hydraulic locomotives I was talking about, and they ripped off the nose of the cab, and they replaced it with this huge, blocky, goofy, looking thing, kind of like this Easter egg train from classic Trains Simulator. Egg. So, what they did, they just chopped it off. They put a square front on the nose with a camera mount to help train engineers to become engineers. And then they're like, screw this, we're just gonna get rid of it. It found its way over to the Nass Canyon Railway Museum, and it's been restored to almost full operation. I say almost because one of the diesel engines in the actual locomotive itself doesn't work as well as it should, if at all, and it's only like working on a fraction of the horsepower it had when it came off the factory floor, if my memory is correct. It's another tiny image, and another tiny image, and another one, and another one, and another one. It's probably the last one. Okay. So, 060 engine with an extended firebox. I mean, smoke box. I can't imagine why they do that. I feel like it's a repost, actually, as a matter of fact. And then there's this thing. Like, it's just a post-Soviet monument somewhere in, like, Latvia or something. I don't know. Somewhere in a Warsaw Pact country. And then it's a... Oh gosh, is this a French locomotive that's shaped like a 440 American with a front plow and everything? That is really weird. Like, that's probably like the most cursed part is the context. Because this is clearly a European locomotive, but it's clearly shaped like a 440 American, so what gives? And the valve gear, oh, this valve gear is so atrocious with the concentric cams and everything. Fully exposed to the elements, no less, instead of tucked away underneath like it is for regular American 440s. And this one's just a really bad locomotive. There's no roof on it. Bro had to skip on the budget. And it's also got another weird valve gear that's super wrong, and it's a 240 configuration, and it's just all sorts of wrong. Thanks, I hate it. Got ourselves another 440, but this one has a very strange valve gear as well. Like, usually the concentric cams, usually the little extension out here for certain valve gear just doesn't look like it juts out like this. Maybe it's because it's usually focused so that it's on the other side of the wheel's main axle, but I don't know. Something about this doesn't feel quite right, but it's not the worst thing we've seen so far. And finally, there's this one. I feel like this one was in a picture book when I was a kid. So, it's cursed, but not as cursed as it could be to me. Purely subjectivity, because I've been completely desensitized to what this looks like, or locomotives similar to it. It's still cursed, though, of course, mind you. Weird valve gears that aren't used anymore. A bunch of, thank you, by the way. Bunch of weird configurations with this giant metal pipe between both domes. And for some reason, the handle to the whistle, I assume this is supposed to be, it goes up and over this way instead of over and back into the cab, so I don't know why that's the case. Just all sorts of crazy stuff. Let's see what Gleason's got. Oh man, oh man. Oh no. What did they do to my GS4? I swear it's like such a common target these days for becoming cursed trains. Like, dang, what is this? I have no clue. Like, they just took a lifelike base and they just slapped a Bachmann shell on top of it, assuming based on previous experience with all of these things. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely weird. I have a weird band-driven 040 that gets worse the more you look at it. I got it a few days ago, and it was made by Marx. No surprise there, to be honest. Okay. You're welcome. Good night, Dr. Ducks. This stream will be here in the morning. So yeah, like, there's literally only... There's no central driving rod between these wheels. It's just the central piston... piston rod. And that's not even got all the extra fancy bits and pieces. They had to really cut back on these. I don't know what it is, but like Marx... Sure, I saw a video essay the other day suggesting that Marx was like the bottom of the barrel, but if my memory's correct, it never used to be that way. Like, it used to be a really decent contender back in the tin plate days. Along with Ives. Now, this looks completely out of place in Minecraft. That's what makes this cursed, in my opinion. The fact that there's just this neat round model in this empty void of cubic nonsense. Let's see, originally posted by Optimus Prime in Platform Meme, which is the third platform. You may not have heard of the Norfolk Southern VIRM. Wait, you may have heard of the NSVIRM. Now get ready for the NS5. This is just the cab. Just nothing else, just the cab. Tip over quite easily. Not so much cursed as it is stupid. It ain't stupid if it works. And the last I checked, this locomotive actually did work in some capacity. And it's also cool looking because it's an electric locomotive that's shaped like a steam locomotive, so you can't go wrong with that. Is it a little goofy? Yes. Game unturned. Map Ireland. So I guess it's low poly vibes are kind of cursed. Like, they didn't put in as much effort as other developers could have. Now, what's this? Oh, yeah, this is a repost. Looks like it's celebrating its 40th anniversary, though, if that plaque is any indication. Please no cog rail. Wait, don't turn me into a marketable plushie. Let's see this. Oh, gosh. Oh boy, yeah, that is cursed. But let's try with the audio this time. Yeah, that is, and it also sounds like a perfectly cut scream with that whistle too. That's what makes this priceless. Bro disrespected the frick out of the Flying Scotsman. Mustard plays, I made a working Choo Choo Charles in Fortnite. I feel like someone's already done that before, so we're not gonna Oh! 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 Oh no, what is that face? Somebody throw it in a fire. This off-brand Dale with Thomas stuff needs to stop. Like, holy... Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's see. LGR D51 says, oh, no. Anyway. Not sure if this is a blessing or a curse. LOL. Yes. Thomas the Tank Engine theme, but the main piano is missing. I don't want to get claimed, so we're not gonna look at it. Let's see. Grizzly Sideho. Oh boy. What does this say? Maybe it's only cursed because of the livery and the class of locomotive associated with it. The Mr. Oliver, I've swapped faces with Class 40. Now I can finally move forward again instead of moving backwards. Definitely checks out. Just completely non-canonical, of course, because it's British Rail. I feel the Rocket Man from One Piece would be a good fit here. It definitely would be. It definitely would be. Problem is, though, someone's already posted this. But yes, it's still cursed, so... A for originality of the actual image, but not so much in terms of what it's supposed to entail, because that subject's already been taken care of. There's this tank car again, which is cursed for some reason. And the Wohnwagen. Oh. Literally the van wagon. Interesting. I think the only thing that's cursed about this is just the third axle in the middle. Like, completely unnecessary other than weight distribution. Oh no. The cursed smiley face. Let's reset here. But this is all sorts of wrong. Like, is this a locomotive or is it... What is this? What is this? It's like... Is it a fireless locomotive or is it just an extra car in the back with a face on it for no reason? Other than to be cutesy, even though it's been completely corroded into oblivion. Another of the top 10 questions science still can't answer. It's that locomotive that fell asleep at the sleepover first, once again. Nothing to write home about, they're just doing a remodel. Now this, though. Oh no. This Flower Percy. Oh no, like... Well, what is this? Somebody make it stop. I mean, seriously, I don't care how much you try to make this look nice and pretty. It does not deserve to do this. It's completely nuts. And then I think... Oh, no! Not again! Like, oh man, what the... Are they even trying at this point? Like, seriously, are they trying at this point? And there's more of it. Discount Thomas as a freight car, like, what? What on earth is this? And then there's a discounts party balloon, or parade balloon of Thomas the Tank Engine. And then there's whatever this dude's is. Bro's looking kind of sussy. Right there, like he's trying to peek at me without letting me notice. Like a creature hunting its prey. Oh boy. It's Wario, but he's a train. I think there was. This is from a mod somewhere. Like, I can't remember where it was, but it was for the latest version of Super Mario Party. And somebody just modded it so that there's like a Wario train for some reason. Just a Wario locomotive. No reason whatsoever. Other than the fact that it was supposed to look so goofy and stupid. Let's see. Pensy fan. Oh no! They're testing the boiler. And it doesn't even have all the other components. Well, at least hopefully it's certified at the end of it. Unless that's a giant gaping hole, in which case that's a big yikes. Gotta still turn off notifications from Chrome. Mustard Balloon featuring Roddy Rich. A Thomas and Friends stylized cover. Yeah, I'm gonna get claimed for that. So we're just gonna look at this atrocity. Which, for some reason, is this supposed to be Mr. Potato or Mrs. Potato Head? Like, what? It's got the Karen haircut up here. It's got the nails here. It's got the earrings and the mouth and the eyes on the windows. And for some reason, it's wearing a crop top and jeans. Like, okay, so maybe it's not Mrs. Potato Head, but it is still bonkers. And I wish someone would delete this from my memory and the internet. Let's see. Curse Thomas. Ice cream eating Thomas the Tank Engine. Am I gonna get claims for this? I'll just turn off the audio and just play it safe instead of sorry. Oh no. No, he's fat. Okay, so it was Thomas the Tank Engine eating ice cream, not ice cream eating Thomas the Tank Engine. I was just thinking it was the other way around because that's extra cursed, in my opinion. Kind of reminds me of, you know that animated video of Batman eats a hot dog? Well, there's an inverse of that by the same animator called Hot Dog Eats a Batman, and it's literally what you think it is. It is a hot dog eating a Batman like a glizzy, like a hot dog, like. Oh boy. And then we got that ooh-woo. Ooh-woo? Santa Fe. And these thumbnails make me want to self-die. Yeah, I can't help. I can't help you with that, my dude. Just gonna scoot on over, and yeah, it's the regular run-of-the-mill stuff. I still don't understand why everybody turns Thomas the Tank Engine and other stuff into spiders and not other things. Like, there's just so much potential. Rare electric steam engine. Oh boy, what is this? Let's just crack this boy open. Oh, it's still muted. I feel like this was posted before in the past. It just didn't look like this because this is live. I mean, this is a video instead of just an image. And it's just all sorts of wrong. And the worst part of this video is that it's recorded in vertical instead of landscape, like it should be. Oh no, what is this? What is this? Bro looking at the ground like can't help but see that tank car's badunkadonk or something. I don't know. Like, what is this? What am I looking at? It's just completely folded in half, like some sort of a wrestler like snapped my back in half or something, like, and it completely jumped off its bogies as well, which makes it even more cursed. Can't imagine what it's going to take for them to actually salvage this. Because there's no going back from here. Oh boy. The council shall decide your fate. I think this is the Colorado Railway Museum that Heist volunteers at. Because these are all narrow gauge locomotives and they do look kind of familiar. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, not necessarily cursed. Now, what's this? Ooh. Ooh, why would you do this? It doesn't even look like it's supposed to work. But if I see a video of it working, ooh. Oh, now what's this? What's so special about this? It just looks like it's being taken apart in the shop for service. Like, forget me with that. Oh no. Oh no. It's the Alstom Masella hooked up to the SNCF. Oh man. That's all sorts of wrong. Mom, Big Besh isn't real. Big Besh can't hurt you. Big Besh. It's just a Sherman tank turned into a big boy. Yeah, I would definitely be terrified of that. Super duper cursed. But I feel like I need to recreate this for some reason. I can't help myself. He boot too big for his god dang feet. Definitely makes sense to me. And then there's whatever this is. Dutch rail or something. But, oh, this is going to be a nightmare to clean up. Like, what? I can't imagine how this happened. Like, they're on separate tracks, right? Completely straight tracks going all the way down. There's no switches or nothing. It's just straight away for miles, right? It can't just be me. Which one is worse? Also, the first one is edited. Made it American. tank train, yeah. So yeah, I can see this. This is a definitely cursed locomotive, as it is a steamer, but it's like a steam turbine locomotive of sorts. Like, it doesn't use piston rods or anything. And they just added a lamp on the front, and I'm assuming this plow as well to make it look more American. But I think that's where it stops. And then there's this weird, goofy, looking little... And to be honest, yeah, it is cursed in all levels, to be honest, but it is a repost, so I'm gonna have to take a few points off. But, like, I still don't know what powers it. Is it a turbine? I'll never know. Sally responded to Gressley's side hoe with this response. These are worse. Oh gosh. Yeah, that is worse. It is worse. Like, there's something weird about the polygons on this thing. Like, it makes it look all jagged when it shouldn't. And oh no. Oh no, it's Dougal. It's Dougal. Or it may as well just be Jimmy here at this point. But yeah, Jimmy here not going to be able to hear the end of it when it comes to being told that it looks like Dougal. Let's see. Wait, I dig this, according to Henry Reck. This is a repost. Thank you. Oh no, what is this? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that... I have unpersonified your train. Now it is just a regular locomotive. Oh no, is that Reverend W. Audrey? And that cake. Like, that, it has such a terrible face. Like, and the wheels aren't even on the rails correctly. Like, they're outside instead of inside. What were they thinking? What was the chef thinking when they made this? Progression of Thomas fans' mental stability. Dang, I forgot to spoil them. This joke was not sponsored by a Thomas fan. And this one's another 060 tank engine. And this is what it looks like normally. Usually with black livery instead of the iconic blue for the Day Out with Thomas events. And here it is now. Feel old yet? Well, I'm assuming it's actually the other way around. You can see some of the weird stuff associated with old film. Distorting the colors in a certain way that you don't see in digital images. So this is probably what it looks like now, to be honest, but it's still funny to think of. Council's gonna decide our fate again, chat. Let's see, railway swap. What's this? Oh, it's just a label swap, but nothing to write. Oh, not this one again. Not this one again. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. It just looks so wrong on so many levels. Enticing, but very cursed. Very cursed. The Conrail. Dang cursed Conrail. If you're a long distance trucker on I-70, I-90, or I-95, consider yourself warned. Yep. Gotta get everything all ready to go. 'Cause it's a war. There's a war out there of transportation. I still think it's funny that it's Conrail, though. That's what makes it super cursed. And this, I think, is a repost, but it's still good. It's Cappy from Mario Odyssey, if I'm not mistaken. The Great Scott. Therapist. Hot Wheels Flying Scotsman is not real. It can't hurt you. Hot Wheels Flying Scotsman. I know this one's a repost, but it's still good. Hence the Great Scott over here. Oh no, they made him British. Like stereotypically British with the bad teeth and the monocle. It's all sorts of wrong. Oh no, this is that steam coach from many streams ago. It's a tank engine, like basically mounted against a regular passenger coach, but it's actually one whole thing at once, and it looks super wrong. This one's a repost. I still don't know how it works, to be honest. Oh, this one's from the Regency Society. This is one of the weirder trains that I think Train of Thought did a video on. But basically, they just have this large thing that was like a ferry, but it ran on rails on the tracks that you could see in low tide. And it would go from one place to another, fully electrified, even though it was in water, and it worked totally fine. And then a storm knocked it over, and it was never able to be fixed. I think there's still some tracks left over, but it's merely just remnants. Oh, the double-decker passengers. Double-decker passenger cars. It's like a double-decker peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Great on paper, but maybe a little excessive in practice. Especially when you have these tiny carriages from like the 19th century. When it comes to other stuff, though, like double-decker cars are pretty prevalent across most of the modern world. It just looks kind of weird that it's all this old-timey stuff with the wood carriages. And it doesn't really look like there's a stairwell between both levels. That's another issue. Before and after. Gentle Annie of Sydney, Australia. Before photo is post 2009 restoration to 1907 condition. So yeah, this is extremely cursed. Like, it's just sitting out there baking in the outback. And this, oh gosh, it's even worse then. How? How did you do this? You made it look worse than it was before. In the other photo. Like, why? Why would anybody do this? It looks better now than it did then. What kind of a glow up is this? It's not even like a full streetcar body. That's like saying that would be like if some sort of a supermodel like had all its organs replaced with just chunks of garbage, and then the glow up was that the garbage was removed. Like, what? That's not how any of this works. And this one's a classic repost. America, last best hope on earth. Abraham Lincoln, probably. Source, trust me, bro. All sorts of wrong with that question. I mean, with that image. And this is a repost, but it's still all sorts of wrong. Let's see what Tijan has to offer. Well, it's definitely not in a wheel well. I mean, in a turntable well. So I guess train of thought won't have to drink when he sees this. Though I must admit, it's kind of confusing how there's a whole segment to this car dedicated to brakemen, and yet they managed to not stop this locomotive from diving off this ledge. Talk about a skill issue. And then there's whatever this is. Goofy owl looking locomotive. Nothing to write home about. Okay, maybe this is worse, yeah. All these weird bolts on the wheels. And the Wankel engines in there, like, what? Why would I need to see all of this? Or anyone? And this is even worse. Just looks like a hot rod for no apparent reason. And this looks like a plane, like what? But it's jet propelled. That is all sorts of wrong. Like, oh man. Holy. And then, please tell me it's over. No, they did the, what's his face from Iron Man, with the fusion reactor and everything. And I'm not sure what to make of this one, but it's just stupid that they put the cab all the way back here when this is presumably the front. And then there's this steampunk nonsense, like, just get out of here with that. Just get out of here with that. Okay, that wraps up that one. Ooh, what's this? Tijan's also got another post. Another Dutch pic. Just how that brand new locomotive in photographic gray sits behind the burnt building is extremely funny to me. Yeah, that does look kind of weird, doesn't it? And everybody's just casually walking around the tracks like it's nothing. I think the weirdest part, though, is that this looks like a road in the middle of town. And there's just a full heavy rail system running straight down the middle. That's not to say it's impossible. There's quite a few iconic places like that. But it's always weird to see. Here's the actual factory photo, by the way. Oh, so that's what it's supposed to look like. This is it after the fact. Okay. And let's see. Blue E1 X13. What is this? It's the E61 locomotive again. Oh, man. This needs to stop. I know this is a repost, but still. If you know, you know. LJR D51 asks, what if... Yeah, what if... Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no! That tender. It's so badly done, but... Ugh. It just doesn't look the same. It looks all wrong. Like, what? It just doesn't match. It'd be no wonder why they scrapped that and they had to recreate it from scratch for that National Museum. Or National Park, I should say. Couch Train 2. This one's a repost, though, I think, so it's nothing to write home about. Oh, no. Anyway. LNER B15/NERS2. Pretty cursed. I think this is also a repost as well. What is this? Like, how is this supposed to be powered? I feel like this is supposed to be a Climax locomotive. I'm sorry, a Hazler locomotive with a central drive axle that powers everything else. Or maybe the only part of it that's actually cursed is the fact that it goes all the way up here and then it bounces back there. Whereas the rest of the drive wheels on the locomotive itself are actually, you know, hooked up to a completely separate axle for some reason. I don't know. I'll never know. Oh, more Australian bush engineering. Photos courtesy of the Milong Railway Museum of South Australia. This is just a beat up car strapped atop some wheels and a few ore skips. Like, how do you control this thing? Like, the axle is literally running down the middle. Like, if you're so much as unlucky enough to actually get yourself a hold of it while it's running, you might get your fingers crushed, if not be mortally wounded. Recently noted that our light railway centers exhibits from all around the state, but none from the Milong area. It has been suggested that we could solve this by building a replica of the locomotive in the photo, which used to work in the Soras quarry at Finnis, just 10 minutes away from Milong. Probably not a good idea. Doesn't look safe. Oh no, this freaking thing. Like, what the is this? And that's probably like one of the worst things that I've seen come out of Fisher-Price, because they do have a lot of battery-powered trains and stuff for little kids. But this one takes the cake for being the absolute worst, in my opinion. But that's just me. What the designer was doing while designing that. Yep, definitely makes sense. Another Photoshop here. The EU and Western instead of Government of Ontario. Yeah, that's just dumb. Nothing exceptional about it, just dumb. Duke Boy Games says... This is cursed, but it's not an actual locomotive, so... Oh! Train of thought has to drink again. It's another one of those locomotives stuck in the turntable well. Because of course it is. This is a perfect reaction emoticon. And then there's whatever this is. Oh wait, this is a repost of a speeder we saw in the past, where it just turns a tiny little 12th scale locomotive or something and uses it to power the wheels on a speeder. The locomotive running cab forward. Yeah, that does look kind of funny. But yeah, cab train go burr. And then there's Tweetsy Railway again. And then there's whatever this is. I think this is supposed to be one of those high-end locomotives from Argentina. The ones that were supposed to hypothetically have, like, extremely high efficiency rates compared to other boilers that's never really came into production for one reason or another. I'm not sure how you could make it as efficient as they claimed it was supposed to be, but that's probably a story for another day. Oh, we got some more cursed trains here. It hurts to look at this. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do with this? And then there's whatever this is. Is that a locomotive with an extra set of bogies in the middle? 2 sets, actually. Like, why would you do this? What practical application is this other than transporting stuff or I don't know. And then there's this. The Technicon is a significantly upgraded version of the legendary Mechanicon locomotive. Yeah, I think we've seen a CG image of this that's 3-dimensionally rendered, but this one is just, 2D, I guess. And there's this repost. This one, though, that's super weird. Like, all sorts of wrong. Because it's literally just like an art installation at that point. This one's a repost. Communist GG1. Not just the GG1, our GG1. Not as cursed as it could be. Nothing to write home about. There were proposals for an LNER 482 and LNER 484. Oh boy. That looks kind of weird, but it's not the weirdest thing I've seen. Like, the weirder one we saw earlier was the technical diagrams for something that was a 444 with this kind of streamlining configuration, like the Mallard in the A4 class. This must have been something else, though. I can't make heads or tails of it, but it must be cursed for some reason. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. If this and this, then is it this? This super sus locomotive. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like some of my hotkeys are acting up on the foot pedals. Just gonna test them out just to make sure they still work. Yeah, it's super sussy baka. CPKC. This one's cursed just because of the livery. More specifically, the logo, because it probably doesn't belong there. This one, though, from Polish Generator, this one is super cursed. Like, it's like a combination boxcar locomotive thing. Circa 1972. Yeah, that's cursed. Oh no, the Duck's Belgian cousin. Oh no, what is this? What is this? This is all sorts of wrong. It's got the weird funnel, so train of thought's gonna have to drink again. Then it's got the sort of elevated side tanks, so you could access the bottom here, and a whole bunch of other weird stuff. The tanks go all the way up to the smoke box, which isn't normal, and a whole bunch of other weird stuff. Like, I swear, some people. Okay, I have to admit, as much as I hate these modifications, I do like this one though. Kinda blurst, if you ask me. Oh no, not dinosaurs and trains. What is this from? Why do I feel like this is from the cover art of like a Tyco train set from the 90s, if that was even a thing? We got ourselves some anime girl Gajinka again. The London Tubes. The Deutschbahn. I don't know which Deutschbahn line this is, but it looks decent. The State Railway of Thailand. This one just looks goofy with the Alstom locomotive. Oh wow, that's actually kind of impressive. I swear the talent in some people. But yeah, it's the war bonnet livery of the F units from the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway. Can't deny that this looks actually pretty good. And they have the two lights here represented by jewelry, like you'd find in a lot of diesel locomotives. I will say, though, that usually when I think of war bonnets, I usually think of the Native American war bonnet, because that's what it was based on. If a lot of the artwork from the time associated with the company is to be construed correctly, but I totally understand why they'd switch to a different type of hat instead. CSX EMD SD40-2, and yeah, that's all of them. You might argue it's bad taste, but I still think it's good execution. And then there's this tiny boy. What is he up to? It is so tiny. Oh no, it's another cursed day out with Thomas again. This time he's got cheek blush, and for some reason eyeliner too. Not that you can hardly see it, to be honest. Oh no. This looks like one of the steam-powered cars, if I'm not mistaken. Not something that's just like fitted to look like a train, but also something that actually powers itself up like one too. Yeah, it's so weird. Cars used to be steam-powered. Is this one specifically? I cannot say. And then there's this stupid, like, caravan thingamajigs. Also cursed. This one's a repost. But they actually bothered to zoom in a little bit. All of these are reposts from Frugo. Except this one is just cursed in general. I'm not sure if it's been posted before. This is why you shouldn't drink and drive. You think? Bro took a nosedive straight into the water in the middle of winter. Someone's getting their termination notice. Oh wow, Thomas the Tank Engine. But they say it Thomas the Train, so that just makes it even more cursed. All sorts of cursed. Like everything's wrong, head empty. Let's try LJRD51. He's got another post. This is from the animation that their thumbnail's based on. And for some reason, they're all mad at this dude. With the Charlie Chaplin looking mustache. Though it does remind me of something else. But it's all sorts of curse. Like, the proportions are all out of whack. And stuff. Like, definitely deserves to be lost media, but it probably isn't. Santa Fe Doodlebug. Yeah, this looks like a Photoshop job, yeah. Not gonna lie. Because the Doodlebug for the Santa Fe livery probably looks way different than this. Assuming that the model I had from my childhood was actually prototypical in nature. I had one of these as a kid, Santa Fe livery and everything, from Bachmann's Spectrum line, and for some reason the plastic connections in the main driving system disconnected or broke down, and it didn't matter how many times I tried to put it back together, it would just break up. So I was like, forget this, I'm just gonna super glue it together, and it worked for a time. But then I think one of the couplings must have slipped, and now the motor just runs and the axle doesn't. Like the main driving axle that's connected to the motor axle. My eyes. Streamlined Doodlebug. Oh, not this repost again. This is not a steam engine. Yes, we are aware already. Remarkable engines from Pensy Fan. Streamlined Doodlebug origin story. Shameless plug, I can see. And then there's whatever this is. I feel like this is another Photoshop. Let's just take a closer look. But is it though? Is it? I'm not entirely sure. Like, it's definitely cursed, make no mistake. But it's just, something about it just doesn't seem right. Can't put my finger on it other than the fact that it looks like a British steam locomotive identifying and transitioning into an American locomotive. The Toby. What is this scale? Is this full scale? It doesn't look like it. Looks like it's a narrow gauge. I'm sorry, not narrow gauge. Like it's a 1/3 to 1/16 scale. I don't know. And then there's this. Oh boy. I swear these railways, like, they just need to lay off. And then there's the vertical boilered loco Pat at Cork Glanmire Road, circa 1960, July 29th, by Roger Jones. Yeah, that's definitely cursed. I feel like it's a repost, though, but it's still cursed. And there's that locomotive from Belgium again, or something, with the weird, goofy chimney and side pannier tanks. And then there's whatever this monstrosity is. Like, I don't know where to begin with this. It just looks so clunky and scuffed. Yeah, like, okay, so what's Skylaw have as his submission? Oh no, it's an articulated Garrett locomotive. Oh wow, that is so cursed, but it's also so cool. Like, it just reminds me of a battleship for some reason. And I can't put my finger on it as to why, other than the paint scheme and the slopes. But, oh man, what the, Please tell me that's something I can make at home. Because I definitely need that in my life, and I didn't know it until now. Oh, not this repost again. Oh no, that's that one locomotive, the Ace 3000. But it looks like it's actually not just this locomotive at the front, but it looks like there's some extra stuff back here in the back that I don't remember. Making it double-sided. That's even weirder than I thought it was. I thought it was just supposed to be this portion up to here. Not all the way over to here. That's what makes this cursed, in my opinion. This one's a repost. Repost. That's just an image of Duke Nukem. And then there's this boiler on this locomotive. Yeah, that's definitely cursed. Like, it's got a visor for some reason. And it points out at the end of the smoke box door for no reason either. Like, that's not very good streamlining, in my opinion. Oh boy. Pennsylvania Railroad 4444 stacked atop a big boy boiler. Yeah, definitely. This is popping a wheelie in Minecraft. Yeah, this is definitely cursed. Not the most cursed thing, but still cursed. This is that steam trolley again. Except this one looks a little different than the others. Like, for some reason, it feels like this front is a lot different than it could have been. Like, the boiler doesn't jet out to the front, so that begs the question of how they get into the smoke box of this thing. But they cram so much into such a little space. Victorian locomotives be like, yeah, true. They do be like that. No roof over the top to protect anyone. Just one giant drive wheel and a bunch of other little wheels to accompany it to spread out the weight. Turn my traction engine into a steam engine. Oh no. Oh no. That is all sorts of wrong. I haven't seen anything since that one tractor railway from a few streams back. There's the articulated boiler locomotive, but that's too small, so let's take a look at this. I don't understand. What am I looking at? It just looks like a locomotive with a bunch of QR codes on it. I wouldn't recommend scanning them, of course, because we don't know where they go. Might be some sort of information hazard for your device. Oh no. Oh no. What do they do? What do they do? It's Roxanne Wolf as a locomotive. And it's like... It's not the actual Roxanne Wolf. It's like some demented alternate version. Like, why? Just why? It was a perfectly fine locomotive. Now we have to destroy it. When you get it. Yeah, Mickey Mouse ears, yeah. Puppers from Texas. Oh yeah, those look really big. Might need to make some adjustments. Of course. No, not this again. I swear, I'm just gonna keep seeing that from now on. The lady. But it's cursed. For some reason. It's not even Halloween yet, and already the spirit stores and stuff already popping up, along with a bunch of other stuff related to Halloween. Now, this looks cursed in all sorts of ways, but it's yes, Spooky Thomas, yeah. If only Thomas was a 242, yeah, definitely. Some of the wheels aren't even on the tracks. Like, I swear, these art models are not good when it comes to artificial intelligence. Sure, they can make some things look really great, but it still always has a bad case of pirate syndrome. Which is to say, back in my art school days, that basically, if you drew a pirate, chances are you'd never have the perspective correct. Because there'd be all sorts of vanishing points associated with the way everything's laid out in such a way that it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, no matter how cool it looks. Anyway, topic of today, CSX number 1976 in Conrail livery. To me, actually I like the livery due to the contrasting colors of dark blue and bright blue. And that is a super tiny image, which makes it cursed on its own. But this looks even more cursed. Hello. There's that there's that German artist at it again. Classic repost. Thomas looked back. Oh yeah, this was funny. But I'm gonna have to turn off the audio. But basically, in a nutshell, they go like, Thomas turned around. Where are your coaches? Bro turned around. But yeah, that is completely timeless. High pressure Delaware and Hudson 480. What could possibly go wrong? I imagine just about everything. This thing is a monstrosity. With this oversized, goofy-looking boiler, which I think we've seen before because it looks like it's snuggled in a blanket. But not only does it have a piston rod going into this piston, but it looks like there's another one over here that also links to the same wheel set. Hello, SFFFS van, welcome back. And that's not even the worst part of this image, because there's also a booster truck in the back. Like, what? Why would this be a thing? Like, there's so many points of failure here. And they probably all triggered as failures, too. Like these guys. Battleship Gray Train. Yeah, I do too. The train, the house explodes. A god dang trumpet funnels. Yeah, I can see how that's cursed as art. And that is a complete waste of silver. Like, that could have gone to so many more uses. Now, let's see what's cursed about this one, other than the livery. Because I think that's, like, the biggest issue here. It doesn't look natural. It looks kind of misplaced. Heist. This may be the most cursed train produced. Oh, yeah, this one's familiar. I'm familiar with this one. I'm not going to bother. I think it's just a repost. This, though, affronts a daylight locomotive from the Southern Pacific. I'm curious as to what on earth... Yes, thank you. I'm curious as to what exactly is going on here. I think it's a repost, but still. I'll never know why there's a weird little cab section with a window in the middle of it. Bro has a phone, yeah. Just taking a close-up selfie. Or trying to take a picture far away, but just accidentally taking a photo of yourself. But, oh no. Oh no, what is this? What is this little... And that's not even the weirdest part. Like, I'm looking... The closer I look at this, and the longer I look at this, the worse it gets. Because, like, sure, there's there is a central drive rod that goes through here. Side roads explode in one puff. Yeah. But yeah, there's a piston here. Driving rod here. And then for some reason, there's like another piston over here that's cranking this wheel too. Like, why? Why would anybody do this? I keep asking myself the same questions over and over, but my point still stands. This isn't rational as a decision going forward. Oh no. Hi Josh. Welcome back. Just looking at cursed trains. Hopefully I'll be able to clear them all out by the end of the stream. So what was this dude trying to say? Mr. Queensland Rail says, today I learned that this is the thing and it is cursed. And it certainly does look cursed. What is this? This is a 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 212-4 tank engine. Yeah, this is just completely nuts. And they had this weird thing at the top, too, to fight the cinders for no reason. Even though it probably runs on anthracite coal. Oh. Have to go to school soon? I totally understand. It's gonna be okay. This live stream will still be here for you to watch indefinitely when you come back. Just go to the live stream tab on my channel and it should be there. And it's got a cow catcher in the front too. Oh, sleeper school. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Backwards salty. Yeah, I'd definitely be salty too if I had my head at where the sun isn't supposed to shine. Okay. That's totally fair. These Lego train knockoffs. Oh yeah, these are all sorts of cursed. There's brick play here. There's this knockoff Lego train that someone bought, I think, from Amazon or something. Basically just a retexturing of the Hogwarts Express with different parts from a different manufacturer. This one's based on my own train from like almost 20 years ago. And then there's this one. Like, I don't know where to start with this. And this is even worse. Like, this is like the worst one of all. No, wait, this is probably also up there too. Like, oh man. And it keeps and now the wheels are on the outside of the rails. What? Oh man. Who started? Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna answer that. I feel like this needs to be reported. Let's see. Report message. Spam. Something else. Person too young. Mentions some ban evasion. Harmful. Impersonation, scam, fraud. Hacks, cheats, malicious links. Honest owl reaction, true. I think this just counts as spam. Because it's like, it doesn't belong. It doesn't belong there. Intercity livery again. This one though, this looks weird. It's got the Arizona flag up in the front. Or at least something to that effect. This one's a 4664, presumably Challenger type locomotive. Nothing about it stands out as exceptionally train. Oh, what did they say about Grimace? They were asking who caused prejudice, and the answer was Grimace, which at this point was just nothing more than a post that had nothing to do with the thread in any capacity. Since when did I like trains? Probably since infancy. My parents, more specifically my dad, noticed that I was kind of mesmerized when he put me in the middle of like a circle of HO trains. Oh, yeah, well that's why I use the bass boost. Because that sound is just better than actually like swearing. Anyway, that time we clotheslined a couple of carriages. I'm not sure how exactly that worked out or what caused that derailment, but yeah. Let's see, World War II Kriegslok TY2 locomotive. Oh, this is a repost, but now that I have the context, it makes it even funnier. Oh no! Oh no, that terrible Photoshop turned a Class C Shea locomotive into a A4 streamliner. Low effort, bottom text. And this is a mallard duck, but it's supposed to be an A4 too. I get it, I get it. The Locomotive Magazine, April 25th, 1903. Yeah, this is all sorts of wrong. Pistons are over here for some reason. Like, how do you climb aboard if the pistons are in the way? Like, are you supposed to hop up here and then here? Or are you supposed to hop from here to in here? Like, where is the entrance? Did you know? What's up? What's up? Yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah, I remember somebody did the parody of the locomotive. I mean, the parody of that Budweiser commercial. Except it was with, like, Thomas, like, personified trains or something. Don't forget to... The most cursed game ever. Yeah, that is definitely cursed. That is all sorts of wrong, like... Yeah. It was time for Thomas to leave. He had seen everything. Let's see. Great Anglia thing from 2002. This looks like something straight out of DeviantArt. 1960s Mark II car replaced with EMUs. DMU local train. And it looks like it was just done in Paint. Microsoft Paint or something. No big deal. Atomic train concept, that's a repost, so. Then there's this thing. Absence of the Louis touch. Would she have passed for EMD Nemesis? That is a tough call. Oh, magnet fishing. That sounds cool. I tried that once. It didn't go so well, though, because it started raining. Like, I was really hoping it wouldn't do that, but it just, like, rains profusely, and I wasn't able to catch anything at the bottom, no matter how hard I tried. Oh, you found a knife. That's a big yikes for me. At least it wasn't a World War II ordinance, because some people have stumbled across those for some reason. When you go magnet fishing in Central Europe. Like, how fresh was it? Like, was it, like, completely rusted over to the point where, like, if you even just dropped it, it would, like, fragment into a million pieces? Or did it look like it just got tossed in there yesterday? But yes, I'm sorry. I know I should be streaming a lot sooner, but I always have this bad habit of, like, sleeping in and staying up too late. So this is that same locomotive without the streamlining, and it just looks all sorts of wrong. As far as I can tell. Insert smoke hazard joke. Yeah, it's another weird funnel. That means Train of Thought's gonna have to take another shot of the hardest stuff he's got. That reaction face. But yeah, what's so wrong about this picture? It just looks pretty mundane to me. What is this? Train luggage or something? I don't know. And then there's whatever this is, like, yikes. I don't even know where to begin with this. It just looks like a bunch of stuff that's just smushed together with no rhyme or reason to it, just to save some space. Because there's no way this thing is actually going to work. I feel like I touched something. Hold on a sec. Oh, no, I just touched my sandal. No worries. Some reposts here. Another repost. The bros cut into thirds. Yeah. It doesn't... I mean, it definitely feels like that. And then there's just the... Instead of the Union Pacific, instead of the Onion Pacific, it's just onion. And then there's the big one from the Galaxy Railways. There's this one again. I don't know where it came from. Don't know where it's going. Oh no. There's another playground accessory. There's another locomotive turned into a playground toy. I hate when this happens. And yet, in some cases, it would have just been scrapped otherwise. It's a travesty. The display. Bros phasing through the wall. Complete total no clip like Gary's mod. There it is again. And here it is with an extra tree and some graffiti for some reason. Oh, not just 1/3 this time. This time it looks like it was like 1/18th. So. And then there's this Mantua Pikes Pear Railway, which is a cursed cog railway of some sort. Like, how does this work? It's so weird looking, this drive system, because like the pistons are like this, and it's supposed to pull everything out like this, and for some reason that's supposed to create some sort of mechanical advantage that makes it easier to move this drive rod. And for some reason the driving rod is asymmetrical, and I don't know why. Oh man, like, yikes. Oh, this one takes the cake though. This one takes the cake. The crime on wheels, yeah. Definitely feels that way. Got ourselves a 060 switcher. Looks like something you'd have from the Union Pacific, but it looks like it's been repainted, and this is like Georgia over here for some reason. So maybe it wasn't Union Pacific, but it does look familiar. Now, what's the deal? Oh, it's just Photoshop. Okay. Here it is from a different angle. And then the GWR. The perspective's a little bit off, but I can't knock them for trying. Classic repost. Oh my gosh, it does look like one. It does look like a firearm, even though it's just like some dumb Tommy Tech Trackmaster stuff. Their doggo, the hidden Thomas, just hiding in the corner there like, psst, you want some Welsh cool, buddy? I'll give you 6 ounces for $10. First one's free on me. Hide and seek with Thomas. True. I'm just gonna leave this over here. Okay, Queensland Rail. Oh no, not it. No way, I don't want to reply. Eats Thomas Cole. Oh no. What did they do? What have they done? It just doesn't stop. Like, it's time to stop, okay? Where are these people's parents? Someone needs to call Child Protective Services, even though those people who probably did that are full-grown adults. You've been struck by a smooth criminal. Yeah, I feel like this is a repost. Oh no. Hey, got ourselves another goofy looking one. With open wall shirts valve gear or something. Maybe it's not wall shirts, but it still looks weird with the disproportionately large boiler. These faces. This one's timeless. Definitely blurst. This one's funny too. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought these little things were kind of like eyes. And there's this dude. Bro looks like one of those mullet wearing long handlebar mustached chopper riders. And then there's this, it just looks shocked. That's good. Oh, no, don't worry. You can always jump back. This squiggly, questioning, inquisitive face like the rock. Same color as a rock too, with all that rust. Oh, what is this? Observation car. But not just any observation car. Like, this one's got a plow in the front. Virginia Railway? Is that what this is supposed to mean? Or is there an extra letter I'm missing? I'll never know. But it does look weird. Like, the roof slopes in a weird angle that you wouldn't expect from a rail car in any capacity. And then the windows go up and down for some reason. Basically a steam locomotive version of Master and Slug unit. Yeah, I think we've seen this one before. I am not particularly fond of cars. Sure, there's some interesting ones out there, but in my honest opinion, like, cars are such a hassle to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, if that's the case, because that is not my intention by expressing how I feel about something. Oh no. Dude, what is going on here? It's like it just all fell into the river or something. Like, oh man, how do you do this? What kind of a skill issue do you have to just have a whole train just like fly off into the great blue yonder in every sense of the world? I mean, the word. This one's a repost. Definitely cursed. This summer seaside, yeah. And here's what it looks like from a different perspective. 4643. And this one's, actually no, this one's looks a little different. The heat is something I can't stand with the summer. I do like the long hours though. Or the long days, I should say. But yeah, this looks interesting. And then there's whatever this is. Bro, what? Oh, 16 degrees Celsius? Yeah, that sounds kind of cold. Like 16 degrees. I'm trying to think how cold that is. Just gonna add another tab here. 16 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. Oh, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, that's not as cold as I thought it would be, but it seems like just when swimming at 14 degrees. Oh, yeah, that's like taking a cold shower, like more like a cold bath. Like, that's gonna be a big yikes. But yes, 60 degrees, that is brisk for a summer. But yeah, this locomotive is all sorts of curse because it's got this weird trailing wheel set back here that's supposed to be just four wheels that look like just a regular bogie that was just copied and pasted from the tender. And then all the wheels are up over here and there's this giant gap. But yeah, this is my response to all of this. I'll still never understand why cats get so fat, though. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, what is this? 2 times the boiler, 2 times the work for the engine crew. Oh, man. More science fiction breeds per bond nonsense. But yeah, this got the buffers here and this wide plow. It probably isn't going to do anything. And then there's just this huge network of moving parts and this giant cab in the rear. Like, the physics just doesn't add up. The physics just doesn't add up. Take a closer look at what the Germans during World War II were trying to make. Yeah, I'm familiar with this. This is the Reichsbahn Briefbahn. And I think I used this image in a thumbnail for Train Valley, if I'm not mistaken. The super heavy-duty Reichsbahn Briefbahn never came to fruition, of course, because there just wasn't enough resources during the war for such a thing. Bro on Welsh coal, not even once. Not even once. What? Oh, have a nice day, yes. Oh, I have 5 views. Oh, that sounds nice. 5 concurrent viewers, that's always good. That calls for the soundboard. It definitely calls for the soundboard. Hold on. The record, I think, is 6 concurrent viewers, but still. And maybe next time Percy will lay off the Welsh coal. Where's everything supposed to be, and why are the wheels so big? This one's a classic repost, and it's also cropped like nuts. Let's see, 18-cylinder compound Goodwin locomotive. Oh, wow. A 4 something 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 4 plus 4 something something 4. Oh, wait, this is a repost. We've already seen this before. Still cursed, but nothing to write home about at this point. Oh gosh, what is this? This can't be real, can it? Can it? World Tour meets the big boy, in this case, the L. Roland Harriman. The massive big boy. Bird, 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 bird is the word. Bird, 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 bird is the word. You what, mate? You what? Like, what did they do to my boy? They massacred him and turned his face sideways, like... Looks like the crooked man from the RPG game. The Wolf RPG game. Oh no! Oh no, what is this? Ugh, this looks like a Gauge 1. This looks like a Gauge 1 locomotive, if I ever seen one. Oh no. And it just looks so wrong in that color. Sure, it looks vibrant and stuff, but it just doesn't fit with that model. Oh, let's reset that. Okay. So, hopefully the next one is... What am I looking at here? It's a Norfolk Southern. Is this one of those weird battery locomotives or whatever? It doesn't seem like it, but it's literally just a locomotive that's shaped like a box. Haven't seen those kinds of things since like the turn of the 20th century. Let's see. How Snowpiercer looked in the comic. I don't know. It's a complete mystery to me. Actually, we may be able to look it up, but I really don't want to right now. Let's see. Across the white immensity of an eternal winter, from one end of the frozen planet to the other, there travels a train that never stops. And for some reason, it looks like it's just like, it's got this huge, like, snow blower to knock all the ice and snow out of the way. Like it's jet-powered, like those jet-powered ones. So that must be the reaction to whatever this monstrosity is. Obviously, someone went above and beyond to try to make this cursed image, and I can't knock them for trying. Oh no, Harley Davis Motor Mine. Courtesy of Timothy Taylor, the Davis Motor Mine Cart, found in the abandoned gold mine in Northern California back in the 70s. The Davis Motor Mine Cart is home built, using most of a 1926 Harley Davidson 21CI B model motorcycle. The machine also features a Ford Precision A transmission and electric starter. So yeah, a sick Lambo with a V10 engine. Interesting. Well, it is a Lamborghini. Now that you know why they abandoned him. Yeah. And this chain looks like it's gonna cut somebody. Please don't what? Oh no, you're still... I'm not leaving. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and desert you. Oh, you mean the cars, yeah. So, yeah, V10 Lamborghini. That's pretty intense. I can't deny that. Of course, it's pretty big, pretty strong. Ooh, this is super cursed. What kind of locomotive is this? Created by Malcolm Sincere Brown. Whoa. And it's not just Amtrak livery, it looks like Freedom Train livery too. Oh, 5 minutes till school. Okay. Try to get it through as many as I can. Every day a happy day with a great baked potato railway. Extends the glad hand to all who traveled the routes of the Northern Pacific Railway. Yeah, that's definitely cursed. Bro doesn't look like a potato in the slightest. Has the same vibes as this. And it's just a... I think this is from... I can't remember what it's called. But they're both doing double takes. Original message was deleted. And apparently the response was to respond with violence, which, not okay. Break band, perfect for a cursed consist. Certainly agree with that. It's super tall for some reason. The super short locomotive with the super tiny trailing wheels. Did you want the railway mod I have or scrap mechanic? I mean, for scrap mechanic, also AI Thomas. I don't know. English is a cursed language. Like, there's so many rules and exceptions to the rules, and nothing makes any sense. Oh no. Oh no. Someone actually made a scale model of that? That is huge. I totally understand if English isn't your first language, but even first language people have a hard time with it. Like, I swear, some of the dumbest things I've seen online, Dutch, as in from the Netherlands, you know, by Belgium and France. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it with this long canon, but it does remind me of a Borzoi meme with the "Let me do it for you." And then there's this cursed locomotive again. But yeah, this is super duper cursed. This is a World War II German rail cannon. Requires both tracks to be fully operational. And if I'm recalling this correctly, it couldn't turn or change directions of the cannon across the horizon, like clockwise or counterclockwise, without moving up and down curved tracks. Okay, see you later. We wish you the best. Have fun in school. Don't be sad. I'm still gonna be here to do stuff. You know? Don't worry, all you gotta do is just apply yourself. Always ask questions when you don't understand something, and those sorts of things. Get help whenever possible. Oh. Never mind then. Most cursed thing I've seen in a while, but must be this B-15 without the cow catcher. It somehow looks short and stubby, and I don't know why. 7 out of 10? Or what? I don't understand. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, this locomotive does look a little weird without a cow catcher, but I didn't think it was supposed to have one in the first place, but what would I know? Yeah, 7 out of 10. Oh, this cursed locomotive from what I assume is Lionel. Because, of course, Lionel would do something like this. You know? I wouldn't hold it against them. But yeah, that's super cursed. Turbine locomotive from Fallout 4. That's a classic repost. And the same thing they had in EMD F7 Fallout 3 and New Vegas. So they did have real locomotives at one point. And yeah, that does look kind of cursed. Because there's way too many porthole windows on this thing. For an F units. That and it's super long by comparison. Now you may be wondering, how is this Stanier 2P cursed? 1, it's not a Stanier loco. They were ordered during Lemon's brief tenure as CME. 2, they were literally built out of bits of withdrawn locomotives. Oh gosh. So I guess that does make it cursed in some respects, but not the worst one. And then there's this playset. Yeah, this is really cursed. A train set about trains in the set. Talk about knockoffs upon knockoffs. Oh no, how did this one go over? Bro definitely needed a rest, but oh man. It's not every day that you see something just turn over like that. And then everybody else just kind of casually spends the rest of their day like nothing happened. Oh yeah, this is definitely cursed. Yeah, definitely super cursed. And it's Roblox too. Oh, it's from Gmod. And then there's this locomotive. I guess it does look a little cursed. Yeah. But this one's weird because it looks like one of the pilot wheels is actually a former driving wheel set from another locomotive. And wait a minute. I'm looking at this closer, and is that a second boiler atop the first boiler? Like, what? I didn't see this coming. That's what makes it really weird, because they're almost like 1-to-1 in terms of size. Like, whoa. Whoa! And then there's the Soviet steam diesel hybrid TP1 or something, according to this poster. And there's a bunch of pistons up here stacked atop, and the driving axles are under it for some reason. Let's see. Duke Boy Games. What's so cursed about this? Oh, wait, hold on a sec. It's a GIF. Let's see if we can zoom in. So, it's just zooming on... Oh, that's what makes it cursed. The fact that it's just going without any coaches. Thomas, where are your coaches? And he just flips his face backwards. The train now arriving at Platform 1, Goulburn, New South Wales, 1927. Yeah, it definitely arrived on the platform. That's technically the truth. This is, I'm assuming, supposed to be cursed because of its color. But it looks kind of mid, to be honest. It does have these weird coupling systems, though, with these hooks, which has my attention. And then there's this one again. I think this one's a repost. Bro's so dead, he's got a tombstone for a face. Yeah, it does look kind of nice in that royal blue. Oh, and this gets even weirder. Let's look closely. So not only does it look like it's got this weird, like, tombstone-looking thing that's probably going to be mounted on its grave, but it's got a smokestack here and a smokestack here. Like, what? Why? Why would you need a second one when you already have the first one? You clearly have more than enough draft. Oh no, not more Gmod nonsense. Yep, more Gmod nonsense. From Neptunia V2. Now Gmod trains or train building looks like this now. And they say, why does this not work? True. True. Now let's see. Doing an okay job. There's a bit of improvement that's been done, but there's so much more to go. Ooh, that actually looks kind of impressive. This is supposed to be cursed, but I don't feel it. This one definitely cursed. It's got all this janky lighting. Oh wait, there's more. There's more. Gotta adjust the boilers to add some more details. Oh no. Oh no. I got some weird wheel configurations again. And then whatever this is. The Galaxy Express 39. Oh man. It looks so small and disappointing. Don't sleep on the floor. You should be able to just close out your device and just hop to bed. That's probably what matters more than anything else, your sleep. I should know. I don't get enough. He's watching. Yes. And if you don't go to bed, he's gonna come get you. I don't know. He's over there. Good lord. Oh yeah, that is not your average side tank engine. In Left 4 Dead, the survivors leave a military base via... Oh, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Anyway, leave the military base via EMG GP40 or GP60. I don't know if this is the GP40 or GP60. It's only cursed because it has the correct colors for the military train, but the military never used those models. Fair enough. I don't know how to set... I don't know how to undo that. This is a cursed tank engine if I ever saw one. Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh man, that explosion. Bro took more than just a sneeze. Completely wiped himself off the face of the earth. This train I drew in MS Paint a long time ago. Yeah, that's definitely cursed. Not the most cursed thing, but it does have 2 pistons on each side, front and back. Bowl of Cheerios. Belgian locomotive, literally the only quadruplex steam locomotive ever built. Yeah, I think we saw this before. No, this is cursed. This is super cursed. Like, that's gotta be a thumbnail to a video. Norfolk and Western YA would like to know your location. Why though? I'm literally right here. Building trains in Gmod looks like... Apparently it looks like this. Apparently. I'm not one to talk. Bro's made of bricks, yeah. I was going to say it was made from tweed or something. Or flannel. The conjunction junction train. Except it's got a big boy on it, which for some reason has a creepy looking face on the tender. So yeah. Oh wait, this is the Challenger, not a big boy. But you get the idea. And then... Oh no! It's that locomotive from Lego's My Own Train series from the early 2000s. Oh man, it definitely does not belong here. Like, oh man, what am I supposed to do with this information? But it does remind me that I should take care of those kinds of things in my room. Oh no, oh no, they went to the chop shop again. 2 bros fell asleep first at the sleepover. And now they've been chopped up and put together as a goofy, electric locomotive. I don't know what I deserve to be inflicted with such trauma. You can suffer with me. Yep. Makes sense. H45 high pressure 210-2 locomotive. Yeah, that's definitely cursed. Smokestack's virtually non-existent on this profile. Radiator out front with some lanterns. Just looks all sorts of wrong. And that is a model, a scale model, which I'm not sure if this is in World War II Germany or if it's post-war Germany, East or West Germany, whichever the case. Okay. Possibly cursed as the Denver Rio Grande tried diesel pneumatic locomotives in 1931. Oh gosh. Yeah, that is really weird. That is all sorts of weird. But I feel like it's a repost though. Armored Train BP-42. Yeah, I'm assuming the 42 stands for like 1942 or something. Because this all looks like German stuff. Though I think the locomotive is out of period. They got ourselves the gyroscope train again. Honey, I've copied the climax design. Oh yeah, this one's a repost. Repost, but this one's at a different angle. It's a steam-powered monorail, which is very curious. But you still have to step over it, of course, if you want to cross. The Rock Island locomotive. Yeah, that does look kind of cursed, but I couldn't see it any other way. It's the Rock Island Railroad. They weren't known for creating or using the most pretty-looking locomotives. A Southern Railway N-Class is a Hullcroft-Anderson recompression locomotive. Ooh. Yeah, that is a big yikes for me. I will probably stream tomorrow. I just need to make sure that I actually stream earlier. Heat conservation experiments. Let's see. Pensy fan. which for some reason has an extra tender for storing, I'm assuming, fuel oil or something. That's weird. I was not expecting that. That is definitely cursed. And then there's whatever this is. It's a switcher turned into a boxcar. I don't know how any of this works, and it's a rear cab forward locomotive. So it's just completely backwards in every sense of the word. Atmospheric railway and vacuum train. Yeah, that's a repost. Cursed in the sense that it's spooky. Also cursed in that it's clickbait. This one, though, yeah, this is super cursed. A 440 tank engine. Full-blown side tank. But why do I feel like this is a computer image? Like it was made through CGI. But what would I know? I'm using a CG model. Oh, and there's that other weird locomotive that defies the white notation and the French notation of steam locomotive wheel arrangements. Super cursed. This one's a repost. Well, I think we're actually almost done. I think what makes this cursed is the shape of the wheels and how they kind of carved out the openings, and the cow catcher, which has been painted white, a very reflective white. Oh man, looks like they're just sending over some powered units somewhere, not doing much else, unfortunately. Pensy fan's back at it again, except this one's just a cursed shunter locomotive, I assume. And the most cursed part of this diesel locomotive, though, is that it looks like it's got drive rods for the front and rear bogie, which I wouldn't expect with a locomotive shaped like that, but I shouldn't be surprised. My friend's mods for Scrap Mechanic broke when they made my engine look a little different. Last two pictures is what it's supposed to look like. Oh, so yeah, that's cursed. That's also cursed. Super duper cursed. That's even worse. And then there's just this. It's pretty mid-tier. Let's see. LMS and something in Western. So I guess it's just cursed because they're merged together. Fish. Gonna eat some fish this weekend, or this week soon. Let's see. Ooh, this one's the 442 Columbia locomotive. That's the model I just got a few months back in HO scale from Aristocraft. It was built like 50 or so years ago. And I was able to get it to work again. For some reason, I mixed it up with the other locomotive from Aristocraft that I bought, which was the bicycle. So I don't know why I said bicycle last time when I said I was fixing up a locomotive, because I was actually talking about the Columbia. And this was supposed to be from the World Exhibition of 18-something in the United States. I don't think it's actually served any real purpose. It was just there for the show. Let's see. Real-life versions of the Galaxy Express Railways fleet through Gmod. Yeah, kind of cursed, but not the most cursed thing. I've come to expect that from Neptunia V2 at this point. Just trains in Gmod. Livestock from the farm, livestock from the farm, livestock from the farm. Oh, man. Nuh-uh. Oh, yeah, that's funny. We need the nuh-uh from Patrick Star from SpongeBob. That would perfectly fit there. And then there's whatever this is. It looks like there's just a train that just like fell into the water. And this one, they're just clipping out of existence. The Q&A is going to come at some point. Oh no. Oh no. It's it's Brio trains on regular track in like Train Simulator Gmod. Oh man, that is so cursed. And then there's this. Apparently the ramp didn't work. Unfortunately. So it just goes. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That is such a huge headlamp. Like what? What am I? Why would you do this other than the fact that it's just funny? To just do it for and giggles. But it's got my approval. It's blurred. Now where did I leave off? Yeah, I was over here. Galaxy Express 39 taking off. Bro trying to stop the SD40 thingamajig locomotive. Bro's not going to stand a chance. The something industrial. Yeah, that's a cursed image if I ever saw one. Let's see. Pensy fan. This is a little speeder. Inspection vehicle. Looks like, I want to say it's somewhere in Central Europe. I can't put my finger on it. It's like either Germany or Switzerland. Because this looks like part of the Alps or something. I don't know. This one's a repost of the quadruplex from Belgium. The wackiest model railroad I've seen. Yeah, that checks out. I swear, there are too many of these little spiral things in model train layouts sometimes. This one is loud, so I'm gonna have to mute it. Oh yeah, I muted it. Just convinced Baby Grunk to commit LSU on his visit to LSU. LSU rizzed him up, Lizzie. Even hugged Gronk, and then they just... I don't know. It's all sorts of cursed. Thanks, Green Bay. Yeah, that is definitely cursed. They weren't even trying, and yeah, such a disappointment. Pensy nerd looks away. Oh no! Oh no! What is this? What is this? Like, oh man. Such a monstrosity. Like, who would think of something like this? How is it supposed to go at any speed when it's got a front face that's literally just like a flat wall? Like, it's gonna be so hard to push through all that air. It's such a waste of energy too. It's got such a tiny tender. It's a flying brick. Yeah, that definitely checks out. This one's a repost from a few minutes ago. Yeah, this is definitely cursed. They ruined Thomas again, everybody. The least they could have done was actually make it look like Thomas. The Patiala State Monorail Museum. Yeah, I think I posted this earlier and then somebody else posted it well before then. So it's cursed, but not the most cursed. Currently. Oh no! An inspection vehicle. Original number 22 with removable inspection cabin. How on earth do you remove it though? Like, do you just get a bunch of dudes that are really strong and just go and pick it up and take it off? Or do you actually need like some sort of a winch or crane or something? I don't know. But everything about this is wrong. And my eyes are shut. And I don't know why. Hopefully that fixes it. But yeah, this is really, really weird. Onion Pacific one. Oh yeah, they just ripped out a pancake motor. Yeah, this looks like all sorts of wrong. But it's a work in progress, so I can't make any judgments. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! That's what it was supposed to look like? That's what the 4444 was supposed to look like? For the Pennsylvania Railway? Like, whoa! Whoa, what the is that? I never thought of it this way. Completely forgot they had to get into the smoke box. I just thought that's the front was the smoke box, not like extra streamlining outside of the smoke box door. Like, oh man. Oh man, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Emily, but it's been scrapped for some reason. So that's supposed to be cursed, but I'm not feeling it. The flat top T. Yeah, that looks like a Santa Fe doodle bug. No, it's a Virginia Rail one. Ooh, the velocipede in the corner. More Virginia Railway, except it's really small. Virginia Railway switcher. It looks really weird. This one's a really goofy switcher. It's a British locomotive in Virginia. And then there's whatever this is. Not as cursed as it could be. It just looks kind of interesting to me. Virginia Railway, I want to say E series or E unit? I'm not sure. The weird switcher. Where's the front of this thing? Because this is lower, and I think it would be like the front nose of the cab. But on the flip side, you can still see behind. I have many questions. Okay, so yeah, that's just cursed because it's so deep fried. But it also has these large air horns over here for no reason instead of on top. And then there's this image. So we're going to try to get a better look at this because this looks super cursed. Let's see. What was I going to do? Images. Images, that's right. Just going to paste it here. Wikimedia Commons, railroad.net, and Weston Langford. Oh yeah, the image isn't there, but it is here. The V56ARHS. Yeah, that definitely looks cursed with that angle, but it also looks kind of small and cute, so maybe it's blurred. See, railroad.net. What say you, railroad.net? Ah, here's a better angle. Yeah, that just looks kind of goofy. And you just open these hatches to get into the engine compartment. This is an image of something. Yeah, that is also cursed, but it's not what I was looking for. But whichever the case. What is this? Salmonella Academy just made a new video and drew this. Yep, that's definitely cursed. Couldn't even get the wheels right. This looks like reposts, but it looks like we got some extras. Like this streetcar here. I mean, this rail bus here completes. Completely absurd. Looks like it can have extra cars as well, hooked up to it to increase capacity. Yeah, that is definitely not how it works. That is really cursed. This is super duper cursed. Especially when you shovel all that coal into a smoke box for no reason. And I feel like this is cursed too. Was this from Disney? I feel like this is from Disney. I can't remember exactly what, though. What is this? The balancing locomotive. No pistons, no problem. Completely the most cursed thing we've probably seen this evening. if not somewhere up there as a top contender. Oh no! Why is it so tacky and yellow? Like, who would do this? Please delete this. Like, oh man. I hope it was scrapped. This one, I think, is a repost of some sort. Nothing to write home about other than the fact that it's got 6 trailing wheels instead of the regular 4. That and it's articulated, but no big deal. It's not like this. Actually, no, I need to save this for next stream. Copy message link. Paste. Use that as a save point. Oh no. I got bored, so I built a banana train. Yep, that is definitely cursed. I can just hear the villager noises right now because it's by the village, among other things. Testificate news! Anyway. Oh no, what? Yeah, that is all sorts of yikes. It's one of those dumb mall trains. And then there's this monstrosity. This livery is so broken. And then there's whatever this is. Like, I don't even know where to begin. And some goofy looking Garrett locomotive as well. So yeah. 4, 4, 4, 4. 2. Plus 2. Like, I don't understand how any of this works. Is this supposed to flex and this is supposed to flex? That's really cursed. And for some reason there's also an option that I can see over here of an even more cursed locomotive that's built similarly. And then there's just this generic Garrett. Nothing to write home about. Nothing we hadn't seen before. Temporary trailer. Replacement trailer. Oh boy. First class. Also first class. Also economy. The economy looks better than the first class. Yeah, it's cursed. Oh yeah, this one's cursed too, but it's blurred actually. To convert drawings to your scale, copy at these percentages. It's going to be a 1 a.m. in your time. I'm sorry. Like I said, you can just watch this later. You don't have to watch it right now just because I'm live. Like, I like to watch live streams live, but I know I have my limitations too. So I am willing to put the device down and go do important things. Like trying to avoid crashing trains like this. Oh no, not this again. You got that meme face. And then there's this weird one again. The 6446. Interesting. Has anyone made a model of that? I'd be interested. Bro's getting towed. Bro is definitely getting towed. Like, oh man. Oh man. This one's getting towed too, but it's being towed by a truck. And the train towing another train. Like, couldn't they just, like, hook it up like a regular locomotive and just transport it? Or are the axles seized? And then there's this mess. Oh, I see what happens. Like, it's at a fueling station. We can see the fuel pump here. And it just overfilled the tank and it just, like, started spurting out and flying everywhere. And then there's this goofy, looking loading gauge here for this locomotive. that seems to be transitioning from standard gauge rail cars over to its original narrow gauge, which has happened before. Anyway, you gotta clean the bed, destroy the monster, and search for your uniform. Okay, good night. You have a good one. Oh, this is one of those icebreaker cars. Yeah, that's cool. I forgot about these. And then there's a stupid ad. I feel like we've seen this before. Oh gosh, there's more. There's even more advertisements. Like, why would you do this? You're basically selling something that's going to ruin your business. That's like selling the rope that's going to be used to string you up with. Like, bro. Now, this Baltimore and Ohio looks kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it's that particularly cursed. It does look kind of wholesome. Okay, this is cursed. This is definitely cursed. It's the E5 livery on a 0 Series Shinkansen cab car. Like, whoa. It just looks so wrong. Maybe I'll put that in the next thumbnail. I don't know. Someone messed with the C62 again. That's a repost. This one, though, Hatsune Miku. Yeah, that's a repost. Still cursed, though. And then there's whatever this is. Also cursed. More cursed trains. Galaxy Railways. Oh, yeah, that actually looks kind of neat, though. And it's got a little pod that comes out to defend stuff. There's a 900 that's based on the Union Pacific Challenger. We got the 666 again. Hold on a second. Maybe they're gone. I don't know. Here's all the other locomotives from the Union Pacific and whatnot. This one, though, is a little cursed because it's such a tiny thing. Are you okay, Coco-san? Yeah. These look really cursed. They look like a mix between a car and one of those 444 Kawasaki locomotives, the streamlined ones from the Second World War. It's super cursed. And this must be one of the concept arts from Leiji Matsumoto. One of those electric multiple unit freight systems. And then here's the Train of Destiny again. It looks a little different here. 777. This is one of the Space Defense Force trains. I feel like it's... Is this the Flying Burger or is this the other one? And there's that. Oh, the 600. Interesting. Okay, and that's all of that. Kind of cursed. Now, what's cursed about the... Oh. They just photoshopped extra stuff in. Yeah, that's cursed. But a dumb kind of cursed. And did I say this was a Virginia Rail? I misspoke. It was supposed to be, I think, Victoria Rail. Now that I think about it, because I'm seeing this Victoria locomotive in Victoria with a bunch of cars that don't look like they came from the States. And then there's this cursed image from earlier, and then this cursed image from earlier. Maybe I could use that for the thumbnail. I don't know. I don't know. And then there's whatever this is. So many ways this went wrong. It just went over the vans and just made a huge mess. Someone's definitely going to get fired if they hadn't already. Tokyo drifting over the platform. Yeah, that's good. That is rich. From the New South Wales government. August 6, 1965. Talk about a skill issue. Okay. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't no gas in it. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? But yeah, it's got no gas in it. Wait, what? Oh no, what is this? What is this? Oh, I wasn't asking about your name. I was talking about something else. Big misunderstanding, but this isn't a Slim. Oh, you're just doing the lines from Slim Shady. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I didn't pick up on it. Okay, so this is cursed on all sorts of levels. Yeah. Oh man. Like, who would make this? This sort of whimsical looking, goofy locomotive. And then there's whatever this is. I feel like this is fake. Oh no, wait, this is real. It's a tiny little locomotive next to a big locomotive. I thought it was a big locomotive with extra little wheels over here. That's not what it is. And this is a model of the same locomotive in like 1/3, 1/4 scale. That's impressive. Also kind of expensive. Oh, Denny B's at it again. These look like reposts. Yeah, these are all reposts. Repost, 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 repost. This one, though, yeah, it's a little cursed, but not very. This one, though, is super cursed. Because it's got an observation deck or cab in the front and then another cab in the back. And for some reason, the tender's missing. But yeah, oh, and what's this? Yeah, that's just an illustration of the same thing. When your subway service gets substituted. Yep. I feel like this isn't the first time we've seen that. Oh gosh, anything goes on the Queensland 2-foot gauge. Oh man, that is a big yikes from me. Like, how is anybody supposed to be able to navigate that? Like, how does that not turn over on turns when it goes a little too fast? Like, why? Why would anybody think of making such a large locomotive with such a wide loading gauge and such a narrow axle gauge? Yeah, the wheels are dead. That thing looks like it's about to topple over, and they do a lot apparently. Oh man, and what's with this coupler though? That's even worse. That's like super tiny couplers. It's not that cursed, but a little electric shunter, but still needs couplings, etc. I think it's missing a lot more than that. Roblox, like seriously. So let's see. SR Locos, former LNER class 460 British Railways 61050, arriving at Bristol Temple Meads. What's cursed about this? Is it the fact that it's SR locomotives when it's not supposed to be? England also thought about the quadruplex locomotive as a form of articulated Bayer Garrett in 1927 by the Bayer Peacock and Company. Oh yeah, that does look kind of cursed. I'm so used to the articulated Garretts being like 2442 plus 2442 instead of 6. Very curious. That's what subverts my expectations. Oh no! Oh no, this isn't China, I know it. This is one of those... I can't remember the name of it, but it's an icon of Chinese steam. The QJ Forward, I think it is, or something. I don't know. They had a bunch of locomotives, and this one's just painted Golden Gate orange for some reason. A vision of the future, planning for the year 2010. That must be a really old manual or something. But yeah, the trains look a lot better than they do in that image, I can assure you of that. Oh no! Oh no! This is all sorts of cursed, all sorts of wrong, and they they posted a bunch of images of couplers to superimpose atop the actual wheels. Like, what? Bro, please delete this. Please delete this. But at least the execution of the driving rods or piston rods are decent. Oh no, what is this? I feel so much pain because the bogies are clipping through the bus. Because that is definitely a bus from Gmod. It has to be. We are CSX, and it's just a bunch of crashes. I think this is a repost. Yeah, that's a repost. Just like this one. This is also a repost. This one's a good repost though. Not gonna lie. This one's funny. This one's kind of mid tier. This one's just cringe. I don't know what the best museum I've been in, to be honest. There's a lot of good contenders out there. There's a bunch of tiny images. A stupid thumbnail. At least the AI is getting a little bit better with the tank engine stuff, but it's still kind of mid tier. Still looks like garbage. And then there's this one again. And then there's this one again. Okay. So I'm just going to have to make a note of that. These are reposts of the rail bus ambulance. That's funny. More reposts. Warning, do not trespass on the railway. Penalty of 100 British pounds. This must be the Festiniog Railway. Was in the Perlo Museum in Dallas, Texas. What's in that museum? I'm curious. Oh no. Fully electrified, and there's no catenary wires. The stupid piggy bank again. Repost. WTF is this thumbnail? I don't know. It just looks like they're just trucking a locomotive somewhere. Repost. Maybe a repost. Oh, when he's a 060. Yeah, that is a bit cursed. Does user-made drawings count? If not, I'll delete it. Yeah, that's kind of cursed. But I feel like this is a recreation of that one German artist's images travel well beyond the speed limits. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Another child star ruined by narcotics. Ooh, that sounds nice. This is a good Photoshop, though. Can't deny that. It's funny. A random Jinty has posted this. It just keeps getting longer and longer and longer. Yeah, that's cursed. Steam turbine locomotive. Oh, yeah, that is super duper cursed. But it's a repost. Oh, yeah, that sounds cool. This one, though, this locomotive is extra cursed as a turbine locomotive. It's no wonder I don't see things like this today. This one's another turbine locomotive with the front that looks like a salt shaker for some reason. It's a repost. This one, though, is new to me. Turbo electric condenser locomotive. Interesting. And then there's that Chesapeake and Ohio one from earlier. Apparently this is cursed, but it's a repost, but I didn't know it was a turbine locomotive. Norfolk and Western, yeah, that turbine locomotive was a disaster. This one, though, this one looks all sorts of weird. Science, robotics, space, dinosaurs, history, and birds. Interesting. I really do think, though, that some of these scientific... oh gosh, that looks all sorts of wrong in so many levels, this image, I swear. And the bumpers, too. But I'm glad to hear it's a good museum. And then there's this goofy turbine locomotive. Forget it's a turbine very often. I refuse to believe this is the Pennsylvania Railroad. I certainly do too. It's 240. Yeah, it's always good to hear. This locomotive, though, I think it's gotta go. Guess I'll throw my hat in the ring, according to Dan, the Blue Tank official. Okay. Repost. This is cursed on all sorts of levels, and it's got the 5 painted on it. Yeah, that definitely outbrand James. And then they're just putting Toby away. This is a lead-lined locomotive hauled experimental nuclear reactors. Oh yeah, this one's a repost. Okay. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Now, where was I? Day 52 and no one has noticed. Yeah, that is cursed. Onion again. Okay. And you have a nice rest of your evening too. Retrofuturistic trains. Reposts. Okay, maybe that one's a little bit more novel. Bye. Yeah, these are all reposts. This one actually happened. And I'm not sure where this all-egg type straddle monorail comes from. It's still cursed, though. Oh, the multi-track drifting on this one. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is very cursed, but it doesn't hit hard enough, in my opinion. And these are reposts. GWR Mather Dixon locomotives from 1837. That champion boy just saying hello. Hello. Festinian Railway again, I think. Kind of cursed, but not the most cursed. So, Circle Express, yeah, that is cursed. That is also cursed. And I think that's all the posts from there. Turntable, well, you will never escape. Ah ha ha. Oh boy. It's got a drink again. Hello, Mr. Sun 03. Yo, TOT, here are some cursed trains for you. Oh gosh, that is cursed. And the capybara in the background. And the capybara train. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff here. Here I am, I pull up to the after party. And then there's this one, this monstrosity. More retrofuturism. This one's a gyroscopic balanced single rail train. And then there's a transcontinental magnetic rail. This one's just a rail bus. Evans Auto Railers. And then there's another one that's a repost. This one's left over from concept arts of the Reichsbahn and Britzbahn. Oh, yeah, apparently there was a flying train over there. This one's just propeller powered, but some of these were like floating. And then there's this NASA goofy looking train. There's the first Talgo model again. And then there's this. The atomic locomotive, which just looks kind of goofy. Yeah, capybara. And here's that steam locomotive from Argentina, which was supposed to be super efficient, but apparently the results didn't pan out. And the person died before they could get to full testing. Now this is cursed. Next level cursed. I didn't know this was actually a character in the series now. Or that it had been for some time, because apparently Bachmann's going to make one of these, from what I've been told. I watched a video from Train Boy, and He mentioned how they were going to release this soon, at some point. The jet-powered Bud car from the New York Central. Yeah, that's always cursed. Was that it? It's just a bonk? I don't know what's so cursed about that, to be honest. I don't know. Once you see the major problem, this is very cursed. What is it? What makes this cursed? I think this is on the wrong thingamajig, the wrong channel, wrong Discord channel. The potential to ruin your childhood. Original VTuber face belongs to Cover Corp. Oh man. SFFFS Van, I thought you were supposed to sleep. Like, I need to get sleep soon. Bros just kissing. Boy kisser trains, of course. Complete classic. Let's see. Yeah, just the price inflation train. Wages just can't keep up. Oh, you have? Interesting. This one's a repost. This one's a cursed turbine locomotive, tank engine of some sort. I think it's a repost too. Yeah, this is cursed. Super duper cursed. Nevada Northern Railway 1939 Cadillac. Executive Rail Inspection Car. Straight out of Knapford. Yeah, that's funny. Cursed as well. Can it get any worse? Oh yes, don't ever say that. You're just gonna jinx it. But yeah, it's the... I feel like this is a repost. That's another repost. Here's the locomotive that I've seen online. It's super expensive, super cursed in terms of its design. Yes, now this one's just goofy looking. That's what makes this cursed, but nothing to write home about. Behold, some self-made edits, plus a templates for any of y'all who wants to make your own cursed AEM7s. Yeah, that is super cursed. And so is this one. And this one. And this is the original, so... Anyway. K37 fell into a turntable well. Poor fella. When they got them out, it was just used for parts, since it was too broken beyond repair. Yeah, the skill issue. I swear. Train of Thought's gonna have to drink again when he sees this. What is this?
Hit me. I dare you.
Oh no, the basketball's gone.
What's the matter?
Shh.
The cursed train.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, this one. I've seen this video, it's good. And then it just ends. Oh, it's another one in the well. Except it looks like this one's over at one of the engine shops, of all places. A real skill issue, yeah. A model of a proposed Futrix commuter train for Charleston, South Carolina that debuted on May 31st, 1986. Well, let's see how well that turned out, because it doesn't look like it did. Yeah, total crash. But this is a disaster, of course. This one's a repost. This one's cursed. Yeah, this one's definitely cursed. Day out with Thomas, except they stole one of his axles. Huge bulge from the Japanese National Railways D51. I'm so used to seeing this, I don't feel like it's cursed. It just looks goofy. Now this, however, this is cursed. one of those experimental locomotives. A 040 in this case. It just looks like all sorts of wrong here. And this is Edward T. Johnston. Oh man. A 0660, that articulated is really cursed. And then there's whatever this is. Oh man, that is really bad. And this is even worse. It's so tiny. And it's another one with a smokestack like straight above. Like, I don't understand. And this one's a repost. Still super duper cursed. And that's that. Spoiler. It looks like the spoiler didn't work. Why does this look like a squished toy? Yeah, that's definitely cursed. This paint job, yeah, that's definitely cursed. Gold Rush Amusement Park. 1 mile from entrance. Yeah, that's cursed. 280 locomotive, I think. Doesn't even, none of this looks like it's anywhere like old Wild West themes, to be honest. And then there's whatever this is. Is this a Photoshop job? Oh gosh. Like, yeah, this is super duper cursed. It's cutesy, but I guess I'll just call it blurs for now. Got some reposts. Yeah, this one's a repost. Cursed, but a repost. Another cursed repost. This one, though, I don't think I've seen this one before. This is just a car floating in a flood. Yeah, that's super cursed. This one's a repost. Super cursed. Double Farley. 0440 locomotive. Super cursed. Here is the Pennsylvania T1 4444. But some of the streamlining has been removed, and that just looks so gross and wrong. And then there's just the boy instead of the big boy. Norfolk and Western, that's the J class without the streamlining in the fronts. Cursed, but something we've seen before. This is cursed, but it looks familiar, so nothing to write home about. Oh, this is another weird funnel. Train of Thought's gonna have to drink again, even though it's a repost. Oh, yeah, that is... Oh, no. Oh, no. That is all sorts of wrong. And then there's this dumb little switcher from who knows where. The repost. This one's from Haddon's. High-speed rail moves to freight? Interesting. This must have been just a proof of concept and they're just advertising a product related to it. And this one's really tiny. This one's really tiny, and then it just bounces back. Okay, so this looks like they photoshopped it to look like a protogen. So more furry trains on the way coming on up. But it looks cool though, so I can't knock it. It's blurred. And this one, I don't know what this is. Is that from that one? I could have swore I saw a video from a museum. Like, this is a museum piece that was like, they converted a bus into a rail bus and it didn't work well, so they got rid of them all except a few. That's what this reminds me of, but I'm pretty sure that's not what this is. Though it does look very similar. This one's a repost, I suspect. American Railroad. Yes, it is a American Railroad. Yeah. 0660 articulated. Yeah, that looks kind of goofy. Repost of this cab board, repost of this turbine, repost. Ghost train, repost. Okay. Nothing to write home about, but oh no, not the little engine that could again. Oh man. And the coupler looks so huge in comparison to everything else. Does this even run? But yeah, it's just super cursed. And this one is even more cursed because it's got like this tiny little tender for storing fuel, and then there's this huge tank engine, a full-blown saddle tank engine, just retaining all the water. Like, who would do this? Unless... Oh yeah, I don't know who that is. It's too grainy. Check refurbishment of an ex-Polish MD XD2. Oh gosh, that looks so space age and cursed. Like, what? What? Like, oh my gosh. There is so much wrong about this, but it also looks kind of interesting. And then there's whatever this is. Oh gosh, that's cursed. Is this locomotive using its wheels as a winch to lift itself up the hill or something? Or is a separate winch outside of this camera view, like, winching this entire locomotive up this slope? I have many questions because this is all sorts of wrong. Percy got a tender. Yeah, this is cursed. But I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Radio tube train, modern mechanics, August 1934. Yeah, this one's a repost. Also a repost? Yeah. Yeah. The classic Polar Express from Bachmann. Yeah, this one's super cursed. I don't know why they did this. Because it looks nothing like it. And here it is from a different perspective. Because it's just a Tweetsy rare 10-wheel locomotive with a bunch of Jackson Sharp wooden passenger cars in the back. This one's a classic repost. Still cursed. Now, what is this? This looks cursed. Yeah, that's cursed. But it's nothing we hadn't seen before. Oh no, oh no, this one looks like a car. This one's really cursed. And it looks like it's even facing backwards too, based on the orientation of the windows. Oh man, that is so wrong. Might have to add that as the thumbnail for the next video. We've got ourselves another inspection vehicle. This one looks like it's based on a British black cab. The maintenance vehicle looks so goofy. And then there's this rail bus of some sort. This one's another inspection vehicle, but it looks like it's being lifted off the grounds by some sort of pneumatic or hydraulic jack to turn it around. Here it is. It gets from a different angle, and yeah, that's cursed. Another rail bus. Yeah, that's super cursed. And then there's whatever this is. That is really cursed. And then there's whatever this is. That VTuber from HoloLive. I was thinking of maybe posting this somewhere, but I don't remember where. Still cursed. Let's see, and this is the response that they have. This is an adequate response. An ambulance train. Like, that's going to be very useful. Yeah, it's a car. But yeah, this wouldn't be useful unless there's a high casualty incident somewhere by the rails. Oh no. Oh no. There's a Genesis with a repaint of Conrail. Make it stop. Make it stop. I can't stand it anymore. And there's that weird, goofy looking locomotive from earlier. That's a repost. Oh man, what is this? This is the most cursed Photoshop I've seen tonight. Because they got one thing down here and another thing over here, and oh man, all sorts of. Oh no, oh no, AI strikes again. This needs to stop, okay? The Snonskrongler. Like, what? I don't even. And then there's whatever this is. Kind of cursed, yeah, science fiction. But at least it looks like they tried with a valve gear to make it look decent. This one's just a dumb repost. 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 This one, though. Yeah, that's an illustration I'm not too familiar with, but... Okay, now this one's cursed, yeah. This one, yeah, that's also cursed. This must be from a different angle. Oh, so a whole bridge collapsed. And this one's just one train mounting atop the other. This one just went straight through the station platform and out the back. Super cursed. Oh no. Oh no. Cursed Thomas. Why are you flying? Back to the sheds, Thomas told the other engines about his new friend. Eyes on the tracks, they told him. That night, Thomas's dreams were full of Spitfires driving through the skies. He dreamed that he was flying with them, keeping people safe. Yeah, at that rate, you may as well just be Thomas the Hydrogen Bomb at that point, like some other reposters. This is what it looked like normally, locomotive from earlier. So yeah, it did see extensive use as a German streamliner, or as much as it would in World War II Germany. Yeah, that makes about as much sense as it could. More cursed images. Oh, yeah, this one's a iconic cursed image. This one's just a run-of-the-mill cursed image. This one's a classic repost. Oh no, it's a car, yeah. Just passed by this monstrosity. Amen to that. That is all sorts of wrong. Let's see. I can't read any of this, but this is super duper cursed as an oversized tank engine. It doesn't even look like it has enough fuel and water to do anything useful. But yeah, it's a 212-2. Smell smirrige Schweißcylinder Heißdampf Gemistung Tender Lokomotiv. Der Harnstein startet auf Java Inseln. Gebaut von Hanover Winden. So, something in Hanover, Germany, I guess. Oh, this is cursed. One of the Great Northern Railway's earliest photographed locomotives. An experimental steam tender articulated locomotive. Yeah, that is going to be a big yikes for me. I didn't think they'd actually have it done so far in the past. Like, wow. This idea isn't as novel as I thought it was. It's been around way longer than I thought it should be. I couldn't explain away the other one, but the Southern Railway in the United States has a small handful of these that they never used in pusher service. Yeah, I'd imagine the Americans trying to do this, but the UK in like the Victorian era, not so much. Yes, I do own this. What's the sound? Oh no! Oh no! Turn the LEDs on. That is a curse, Thomas. And there's no audio for some reason. But yeah, it just looks pretty normal. Run-of-the-mill Thomas the Tank Engine. And then the lights go on and it's like, wow, wow, wow. Must terminate humanity. Exterminate. Let's see what Pensy Fan's doing. Up, messing around with Gmod again. This one's a classic repost. This one's just the full-blown boiler explosion. That is really impressive and cursed. LMS rail motor, number 10K617. I feel like this is a repost from earlier. but it's still cursed. Oh, is it supposed to hook up to that? Interesting. I hadn't thought of it. But how does it decouple? Like, once it's hooked up, is it not able to remove itself from the rear carriage? I don't understand. I have many questions. Why? Why not? Let's see. Oh yeah, Starling, the weirdest steam tractor ever invented. So yeah, it's just steam tractors, no big deal. We've seen this all before. Repost. First picture. The Hoover Dam for size and comparison. Yeah, that's big. Second picture. M10,000 inside of a 30-foot pipe for the Hoover Dam circa 1934. Oh wow, that is nuts. How come they don't have pictures like this in the textbooks? And here it is again. The Hoover Dam from a different angle. Man, that would have been a view. Got ourselves another fireless steamer over here. For some reason, it's missing its lantern in the front. Cursed in some sense. Oh yeah, Thomas the Armored Train. I love this one. This one's timeless. But yeah, we just get ourselves a showcase of Thomas as a cursed train. One of the most cursed trains out there. As a high-speed armored vehicle ready for war. But I'm not going to actually play any of the audio because I'm not sure that it's safe to do so. Wait, no. Okay. Would love to make a model of it, according to BR branch lines. Fair, fair. The Grumman, a 1970s prototype of a hover train, now kept in the Puebla Valley Museum. Levitated research vehicle. Oh, yeah. Wait, I thought this was in France. One of the high-speed, jet-powered, hover trains from France. Transportation Vehicle Test Center. Transportation Test Center located 52 square miles east of Puebla. Officially announced 1971. Early tests focused on new development of ground transportation. This is a tracked levitated research vehicle, photographed by John L. Prophet, courtesy of the Transportation Test Center. Actually, this one looks different than the French one, because this one actually has barriers on the sides instead of having a central guideway. Interesting. But yeah, this is super cursed. And the oil crisis made it impractical. CBT. If you know, you know. Now what? Not exactly a cursed locomotive, but a cursed tender. I certainly agree with that. That is a cursed short tender. That train is not going to get very far. Or a locomotive is not going to get very far as a 440. Would I try to make it at some point? Maybe. Or want to buy something like this? Maybe. The tiniest little armored vehicle. I know this is a repost, but it's still classic. Oh gosh. The wheezing train. Galarian wheezing, no less. Where on earth is this? What game is this? Like, oh wow, that is all sorts of cursed. And then there's this cursed Thomas from, I think, a bunch of prompts from earlier in a previous stream where, like, yes, it looks like he's already on the verge of that. Let's see. This one's a really cursed locomotive, and it's got a weird funnel. Weird funnel alert. That means Train of Thought's gonna have to drink when he sees this one. But yeah, this is really cursed. It's a 0880, presumably articulated. It looks really cool though. So I think I'll just call it blurst. Actually, wait a minute. Is it asymmetrical? Oh no, it's asymmetrical. Well, that's what makes it super cursed. Because it's not a 40880. That's a 0860. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Like frick, dude. Oscillating cylinder locomotive. Pretty common for Gmod toy trains, but not for full scale locomotives. Definitely. I tried to avoid those pistons as best as I could. The pilot wheels are also cursed. And the size of the cab in relation to everything else, that's cursed too. Oh, not this repost. Repost. Ooh, this one's interesting. Cursed, maybe a repost. Repost. This is one of those logging trains that uses log rails instead of metal rails. Now this, I think, is kind of cursed. But it's so tiny and adorable, I think it's blurst. Let's zoom out of this one. LV Railroad. Don't know what that stands for. Still cursed, though. And I think it's got a wooden cab, which makes it even more cursed. And then there's the cursed logging locomotives. No protection whatsoever from the elements. Just so cursed. The dumb Photoshop. I feel like this is a repost. Interesting. This is extra cursed because it's a camelback, but it still has a rear cab, which kind of defeats the point. Why would you do this? And it's probably going to be like an inferno in there. Pennsylvania Railroad would like to know their location, because here's another one from the Pennsylvania Railroad. Those dang camelbacks. Yeah, this is definitely a cursed image. Definitely cursed. How much pressure is too much pressure is the question. This one's a repost. Yeah, that sounds like it's going to get claimed, so I'm going to mute that. I'm just going to go over here, and it looks like it's just a giant Santa Fe locomotive. I mean, a giant tender with a really small locomotive. And for some reason, it's completely deep fried, as it has less pixels than I have working synapses in my brain. Dumb reposts. AEG Thomas Ortho Model Series. Free to use as long as credit is given. Dumb repost, 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 repost. Okay, all reposts. Only cursed because it looks like an American Yellowstone had a child with an old steam with the old steam radiators. Meet the Soviet P-38s. Oh, yeah, that's a repost. Dante, yeah, that's a repost, and another repost. So we're going to plow through this quite quickly. Speaking of plowing through things quite quickly, it looks like this train definitely did a number on that building. That's cursed, but it's just a rudimentary. Oh no! Oh no! What is this? What is this? Oh man, yeah, this is all sorts of wrong. Please delete this, whoever made this. And then there's this one. This is also cursed. Don't know how it gets any fuel or water. NSB type EL11. Yeah, that's definitely cursed. I'm surprised it smashed into such little pieces. Like, bro went through the trash compactor. As far as I can tell. They got your nose. Yep, that is definitely a fitting title to this image. Because it rear-ended something else. Oh yeah, forgot to post the fronts. Yeah, that's also cursed. Let's see. Friends, the Fox Demon. Wrecked F7A units. November 29th, 1968. Bro, what? It looks like one of those chopped off trains from HO scale that I've seen earlier in this stream. And N scale too, and in previous streams. And oh man, it looks so goofy. And it's also got its nose missing too. Oh no, what is this? What is this? The nose goes up. What? What? It looks like it just retracts down and then it goes back up again. Like, what? I gotta give them props for the engineering of this. Oh, there's a horn there too. But it's still cursed. And the coupler goes down too to reveal a hook and loop coupler too. But at least I know how it hooks up with other train consists. Now, what is this? It's too small for me to see, but apparently it's supposed to be cursed. Not gonna write home about it. Okay, yeah, this is definitely cursed. Definitely cursed. This is super duper cursed. Like, what even happened here? It's like the entire engine shop burned up around it and above it, and it just collapsed all over it. But for some reason, it survived. Oh no. The Palo Duro Canyon State Park Sad Monkey Scenic Railroad. Yeah, I'd certainly feel like a sad monkey if I was to see something like this. Oh man. Does it work though? Does it actually run, or is it just a static display? That is my question. Oh boy, another one went through the roundhouse. Bro forgot to brake. I made this and I cannot escape it. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Jackalet's definitely, I concur with that. Oh, Denny B. Oh, here's the other angle. So it does look like it works. Sort of. Maybe. This is what it used to look like. Sad Monkey Railroads. In Palo Duro Canyon State Park, Sad Monkey Railroad served as a tourist attraction for the many travelers to the park for more than 40 years. Something exposition. TLR, it's a novelty. This one's a response to someone else's comments. Now this, the Manitoba Paper Company Limited. Yeah, this is super cursed. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was fueled by the paper products from the actual company. Because often they have like cogenerative systems for wood products where all the excess just gets burnt, and that's used to heat up a boiler that goes through and sends its steam through a turbine to power the facility, or to further heat up other wood products that need to be heated. But yeah, this is super duper cursed. And then there's this. Yeah, that's cursed. Got seriously wrecked. I'm surprised that the engine block got completely removed. Honey, I Shrunk the Gazelle. Oh no. Oh no, yeah, this is all sorts of cursed. But it's kind of blurred, I guess. Where's the pistons? Are they hidden somewhere? Or what? Like, oh, maybe this is the piston. is just kind of hidden away here, and then it works on this central axle as a 222. Why under any circumstances would this happen, according to Cade's trains? For my reasoning behind why this is cursed, Go Transit is a Canadian transit system. Oh gosh, I've never seen one of those hooked up to an Amtrak train, but for some reason I don't feel like I should be surprised in the slightest, to be honest, because there are trains that pass between the US-Canada border, and I think there should be some sort of motive power transfers between them. The real Trojan locomotive, yeah, true. True. Oh my god, it's real. Conrail F unit. That's definitely cursed. And this one's a repost if I saw one. More AI. This one's supposed to be a rail bus. Really cursed because none of this works. None of it makes any sense. I am not providing context for this. I don't think you need to. This looks like a circus train. If I ever saw one. And if it's not, it's probably being sent between zoos. But man, that is kind of cursed. I can't deny that. And then there's oh gosh, this is the interior of one of the locomotives at the Billy Jones Wildcat Railroad down on Los Gatos. I don't live too far from it, but I've never seen the inside of this locomotive, to be honest. Nor did I have any intentions to. But it's always good to see that something local is on an international Discord server. AI-generated Thomas Story Library books. Yeah, I'm not going to listen to that. The camo-style rail vehicle. They used to have these weird crisscross stuff back in World War I to make it harder to see the outline of certain objects. Apparently they did that a lot with ships to make it harder to see in the tumultuous ocean waters. But I guess it works on land too, I guess. I don't know. Although not a train, it is train related. The class of Covenanter World War II British tank was built by the London, Midland and Scottish Railway. They were looked at as obsolete when completed and mostly never saw battle, only being used for training. Oh man, this is what happens when you get contracted to do things you're not supposed to. GER 242T with a Y6 cowcatcher. Oh yeah, that's cursed. That is definitely cursed. Here are some Covenanters on a train to make this more related to the theme. Oh, interesting. So it's just a bunch of the tanks that the company made on presumably company rail networks. In the remote region of the Pilbara region of Australia, an Aboriginal community built a quote-unquote train to carry their children to school. The train cars are made from metal barrels and the locomotive is a tractor. The train is meant to keep attendance rates on track by getting kids excited to go to school. Not gonna lie, that's actually kind of interesting, but I have a strange feeling because it's out in the middle of Australia that it's going to be really, really hot. Like, if you touch any part of the metal, it's just gonna burn you. Let's see here. So, what's wrong with this picture? It's just a rail car floating out in the open. Is it not supposed to be on that platform? Oh, there's a tractor. Yeah, that's definitely a cursed train if I ever saw one. Oh, and the worst part is that this is one of those French rubber-tired transit systems that has a single rail in the middle and it derails all the time. Those things are really cursed. I should probably post something about that. Because the tram trains they have in France A lot of them are bi-rail, but some of them are single rail, and they work on a central single rail that runs down the middle, and they use treaded tires with rubber treads as wheels to get around, and it's just so wrong. I don't know what's up with the French and their tired trains. It just kind of defeats the point. Anyway, this one's a cursed train because it's just flipped over. Like, bro, WTF, do a flip! And then there's this sad pan your tank engine. Nuh-uh. I wish this line wasn't here, though, because I think I'm supposed to infer that the driving axles have been removed from that locomotive, but I'll never know. I guess we'll never know. Insert expletive, I'm a train. Insert expletive, I'm running away. Let's turn this up a bit. Oh yeah, someone's got to stop that. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is why you always check your brakes before you go and when you stop. French railgun preserved in Ville de Matron in Belgium. Oh yeah, that is cursed. That is cursed. And it's so goofy looking. Like, they didn't even try. They just slapped a cannon on it and they're like, yep, this works. Warning, keep this one muted. Copyrighted music. And it's all future posters should keep this warning in mind to add if videos have copyrighted music. This was originally from Expletive Posting. And I thought I muted this thing. Dang it. The crazy train, yeah. Definitely a crazy train if I ever saw one. I feel like I've seen this one, though. In some respects. I'm just hoping it didn't spontaneously content ID because it's going to take forever for YouTube to cut out the audio. This one's a repost, but a good one. Train station. Trainception, more like it. Oh man, that is interesting. Wow. And the cathedral ceilings too. It must be expensive to cool that thing in the summer. Let's see what the next one is. New York Central L Train Corgi. Okay, yeah, this is blurst. Too wholesome. The just dropped all that corn, or what I think is corn on the rails. That's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. And then there's this locomotive just like sitting out rotting somewhere. And it looks like how did this locomotive get there? I have many questions. Like, bro, I don't even. It just completely jumped the tracks. No context whatsoever. Unless this is supposed to be the station it came from. And it just like jumped out off the platform. I don't know. August 15th, 2023. I think we're almost done. There is buried here a wild elephant who, in defense of his herd, charged and derailed the train on the 17th day of September 1894. I think Train of Thought made a video about that, so definitely cursed. More cursed goofy chimneys. This one's a 620. That is definitely a cursed wheel arrangement if I ever saw one. And Train of Thought's gonna have to drink again. And another weird funnel. This one's a 4-cylinder shunting engine from 1867 with 12 coupled drivers. No way that's gonna navigate a turn. Here's another image. Here's some more photographs. Some of these are reposts. Oh no, what'd you do to my boy Thomas? He's longer now and he's got external pistons. Dang it. I really wanted to create a flying kipper with AI. It didn't go so hot. Yeah, that definitely looks cursed. This is super duper cursed. Yeah, it always keeps thinking of the fish for some reason. Dolgach, as interpreted by AI. That is a really tiny image. But still, it's better than some of the ones we've already seen, but still leaving more to be desired. This one's a classic repost. And this one is just cursed on all sorts of levels. Not your average steam locomotive. And that's what makes it super cursed. Like, I don't know where the smokestack went. It might be a Gmod screenshot, but it is a triplex big boy. Or bigger boy, as I like to call it. I always see taken apart Hornby models as cursed. I can't imagine why. I mean, it can't be that weird. The rest of the UP be like, but hey, your builds are getting better. The builds. Yeah, this is from that same film or whatever. Super duper cursed. Didn't see the trailing wheels underneath the firebox in the cab? Now you do. Oh gosh, yeah, here's the side view. Here's the trailing wheels here. And some extra trailing wheels there. Super cursed. Saluda grade locomotives. These were dedicated to pushing trains over the Saluda grade. The Saluda being the steepest mainline stretch of track in the US, with an average 5% grade over 2.6 miles. Oh, so that's why it's built like that. Okay, yeah, that's fair. And I think that's a repost though, but I appreciate the clarification. Ah yes, the 280 tank engine in response to, yeah, that previous post. Oh gosh, what is this? This looks wrong. This is super wrong. The left has more class than the right. Pun intended, of course. Weird walking train in trains, a new era. Contains content from UMG, who has blocked it from display on this website. I guess we're not gonna see it. Could someone please explain this? I'm not gonna try to explain it. It looks like someone made a mistake. Because those are some really tiny wheels and a very large rail car. Which I'm pretty sure is not supposed to be the case. Oh, this is another dumb Photoshop. They need to stop photoshopping lanterns and cow catchers and bells from American trains onto steam trains from the UK. Oh, another weird funnel. I think we got ourselves a winner. Freight engine number 246, class something, built August 1890, equipped with something spark arrestor. Yeah, that is a really weird spark arrestor, if I ever saw one. Just some unusual chimneys, spark arrestors. Yep, more weird funnels, but this one's a repost, but he still has to drink. The double funnel. Yeah, that's because more the merrier. The more the merrier. Of course, I think this one's a repost. This one's possibly a repost. I don't know why you need to do that, but okay. Another spark suppressor and smoke suppressor. This looks like it's part of an armored train, so I can't knock them for trying to suppress all the smoke to make it harder for them to see. But you can still hear the trains from a mile away. Okay, so there's that. What's so cursed about this? Oh! The CB Coventry locomotive boiler. 2 sheets. Patented 1883, October 30th. Oh man. So, let me get this straight. The firebox is over here. Its smoke and heat exhausts through the vast network of pipes. But then it circulates back again before it comes back out. Does that mean that it gets to reheat the water in the boiler twice, or what? I don't understand. The Kitzenmeyer Mayor number 334H from South America. Yeah, this one's a repost. For some reason, the dome has been knocked off. Here it is again. It's a repost. Repost. This one, though. Yeah, this is definitely a cursed train. Road to rail. Truck trailer. Or semi-trailer. Oh, no. What is this? More redneck engineering. But this time it looks like it's just a diesel engine mounted atop a steam locomotive. Again, with the driving wheels all driven by this giant flywheel and some chains, I am assuming. That's going to be a big yikes from me. This one's a repost. Ooh! Somebody found out about this one. Hopefully, nope, it's still... Well, at least I can see why it's like that, maybe. I don't know. It's too blurry. Too blurry. Engineering expletives. Chinese building rail tracks. Yeah, that's got copyrighted music. And yeah, this is a cursed train because it makes more track. But this one, at least, it's good. I wish that the Americans had stuff like this, if they don't already. But yeah, I've seen these railroad building trains, and it's just completely nuts how fast they're able to just lay track down and just get the job done. Rail service. I am a train. Choo choo. Yeah, that's definitely cursed. And it's British Rail, because why not? Snow clearing engines from insert expletive, I'm a train. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is super duper cursed. And it's from all sorts of generations, from the very beginning to the latest iteration. So we got the steam one on the right, left, and we got the most advanced one on the right, I'm assuming. Definitely don't want to stand in front of that. That's going to be a big no for me. But they just keep on going and they won't stop. But I swear, some of those blades kind of remind me of, like, the agitators from, what's it called? A washing machine for clothes. Let's see. British steam enthusiasts built a fully functional miniature version of the GWR King class, weighing around 200 kilos. Here's a demonstration of its power. Oh gosh. Yeah, that definitely looks... That looks very powerful. And we got the turntable that goes up and down. Gonna take a sweet dear time firing the boiler. Finally up to full steam. And away they go. This isn't actually very surprising though to me. I thought it was going to be carrying a lot more than that. Now that I think about it, there's nothing to write home about. But that's not to say it's not impressive, as it does have a decent clip to it. But I think we've seen enough, so... Let's see. Chicago things. Small fires are lit on railway tracks in Chicago. Oh yeah, that's pretty normal. I mentioned this earlier. But they have to keep the switches working And if they freeze up, they won't change position when they need to, causing derailments and confusion and delay. So they have to keep them nice and warm, and this is the only way they know how. It's all fire and brimstone from here. There's another metro train heading in the other direction. They also do this with the L too, as we'll see here. Assuming this will play. Oh gosh, those sparks. Pretty sure it's not supposed to do that. So yeah, I thought this was going to be more footage of them lighting fires around the switches, but it's just flying sparks. That's even more cursed. Let's see, 816. Oh, there's way more than I thought there'd be. So let's bounce back to where I was. Because it's like 1 a.m. in my time zone, and I should probably call it a night. Let's see, package media. This is not a subway, apparently. We got a firefighter there. So what is up with this train that makes it so cursed? Wait a minute. Oh, it's a high rail vehicle. Don't mind us, we're just doing our business. Just high rail things. Okay, so not the weirdest thing out there. Gosh dang, there's so many images. I mean videos. From the WTF community on Reddit. On the road to success. Oh gosh, what is this? I wish I could see it a bit closer, but it's... Open in browser. Visit site. Oh, CDN media. Yeah, it's not loading for me. I'm not going to bother. And I think we're just going to wrap up on this one with this weird rail bus house combination thing. Because I can't think of anywhere else to wrap up. Unless there's something better looking. Oh yeah, this looks super... This is super cursed. Yeah, I didn't think they'd have a live-action version of the Tunerville trolley, but apparently they do. Another cursed steam trolley. This one's a really super cursed steam trolley. Like, whoa. Bro obviously wasn't paying attention in class, and this is a truck working as a train. Because why not? Probably the most cursed thing I've seen today, and maybe it'll be the thumbnail for the next video. If and when that comes, so that's gonna be it for now. Just gonna copy message link, close this out. Just gonna press enter here because I forgot. Just gonna paste this here. So we can pick up where we left off. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. I streamed a little bit longer than I expected. So hopefully I will see you all in the next video. And until then, like, share, subscribe for more. Become a member if you can. All this other stuff. These and other things. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next video. And until then, take care, stay awesome, stay true to yourself, and remember to never give up.